So I listened to the apology, and here it was repeated by the minority leader for and on behalf of the members of the caucus, and supported by the majority leader. It's not only words. Before me, they demonstrated and assured me of their total support to me and the deputy speakers to ensure that we have an efficient and an effective functioning parliament in Ghana. So I am satisfied with not just the statement, but also their conduct. And I will proceed to lift the suspension of. So I listened to the apology, and here it was repeated by the minority leader for and on behalf of the members of the caucus, and supported by the majority leader.
Can I? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the media, and a happy new year to you. It's always good to see you. Deputy Special Prosecutor, Madam Cynthia Lamte, Director of Administration, Madam Wachua Glover, Director of Investigation, Mr. Emmanuel Basintali Amadu, Director of Strategy, Research and Communication. He likes to call himself Mr. Samuel Apiadaku, but I call him Samidaku. Just makes life easier. And Director of Finance, Mr. Kenneth Agbezulo. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, a few minutes ago, I signed a directive declaring a high-profile person a fugitive from justice. This person is wanted by the OSP to answer charges sector, upstream petroleum production, and minerals and metals resources value chain. 2, termination of a distribution, loss reduction, and associated network improvement project contract between the Electricity Company of Ghana Limited and Beijing Zhaochen Technology BXC. 3, procurement of Ladies and gentlemen of the media, and a happy new year to you. It's always good to see you. Deputy Special Prosecutor, Madam Cynthia Lamte, Director of Administration, Madam Wachua Glover, Director of Investigation, Mr. Emmanuel Basintali Amadu, Director of Strategy, Research and Communication. He likes to call himself Mr. Samuel Apiadaku, but I call him Samidaku. Just makes life easier. And Director of Finance, Mr. Kenneth Agbezulo. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, a few minutes ago, I signed a directive declaring a high-profile person a fugitive from justice. This person is wanted by the OSP to answer charges sector, upstream petroleum production, and minerals and metals resources value chain. 2, termination of a distribution, loss reduction, and associated network improvement project contract between the Electricity Company of Ghana Limited and Beijing Zhaochen Technology BXC. 3, procurement of
Debbie, bro. Oh, my man's for first time crank with. When was a Ghana, my winning yet. But the man's of 4 and it's here rare. It's on a Simon Temoni, man's putting in a yard. Good. Hey, Sikankwa, Yahubia, hey. Debbie, bro. Oh, my man's for first time crank with. When was a Ghana, my winning yet. But the man's of 4 and it's here rare.
When him say a year, or my hun sem and ye de bremo. Or my hun seminar OTEC FM 102.9. Ye G edra yen penny for G edra na ye D or my hun komo. Aha, ope baby D or my hun koma, ebe bua say ye juma. No what me make informed decisions. Because Moshe or my chichiri moi politics edi mo akotene papa. Na said ye uti biano oye de politics affect you. Whatever you do in this country, you are affected by politics. And until say on fa home and I say on fa home politics and we hear papa. And until edu sabreya ye ne ya bejo for tenase. Ne de omaimun sema ebe bua no watimi hu de ekọ na watimi make informed decisions. And only ade ye de bro e wo Dwabrem. Na ene awie ensem no edoso na ye be fa no baako. Megidi ye say obi anim say OSP ene kenoforiata ho sensem no ekoso ofa abefo tintan so a I mean ensem bebre ni nipa bebre ka fa ho na obebusa ho say na me oforiata de ofa me ho ben efa ho pa aha na watu abayi mpanyifo say ometoto man ebumu say yeto se behwe so toto man ya to so aba se bechichi nkofo ebimu so say ehia papa weni nkoma a yebedie afei so etoso mienu sesi no Council of State abato no na wote twam ye hyase na Ashanti mantem nko ade pinchen bebre ba ya abato no ekọ na wie na adane ma bone blues bo enu nti no empanyifo de ahyene abato no ekoso ye be frɛ ye panyina owo on the field no edu bra ye ni be di hu komo na wa me hu sadia abano si ko Ashanti region edi entina amantem dunsia ni nyina no wo mu nuema no dodo na no wo mawie mu de Asante mantem de adentina na ne de ahye na ekosei ye be gibre ni aka ho asem afei so afi atwa mu no osofu panyi a ye frɛ no Reverend or Prophet Elisha Salu from Akon ne hun sensem one ne ma hun sensem bebre ebae na asem no sese ade akodu ni se eji tum se wagya no nanso awon asem hum se opi free court dem na no aposi force ade won sa so no se ku a eno so ye de asem no ho enchiremu ebebrew ensem no de ya bɔ no bɛdɛ awiei na bomodin ase obegibre na watenase na eduru se ye mpanyimfo tenase a ye be pense mu na woso anya mu suahunu enti no me twam ho sema bi aba agenkrato aba le ba ye beto aso enko ba bia
ya ye fe
mira me da se na esomoye no na aka o
eno de anyine ho ma me aha dan a ya boso fefefe nyina eye donima sea complex ahunu se etoda enua ye de boya dan so no eta hunu anase mpo emuta kokko a eba saa na dan nyunu enti odi DSL alloying steel trusses enadia ye de go dan so aba eda bia utumi di go so efo ena enwe na achen enti sa odi DSL alloying steel trusses yi ego dan so wia na wo de donima NMK premium roofing sheets and chansen aboso aka ho oh na chese adwuma na NMK premium roofing sheets and chansen a donima dia ben ye o ma hodo ye wo NMK long span alozing and the governance IBR and NMK nails emu pia so sa woni sika donima e ma otua ne kakra wenum ye latest products donima dia ba abeka dada ne
enti me nkɔ he
kwasafo YF Junction obenjiare anafre 0244 12 0826625 and 0540-101-555. Donima Cell Complex. Babia at the power F1.
Apomode mapade enoane hepa plus mixture. Apomode mapade enoane hepa plus mixture.
Unia, Pavi, and the Plaxmox mixture no malaria dronana. Ani, say nam sa, we be the same wife, you know, you're tested positive. I no be no. Say a coup malaria morning, you know, I'm negative. Adia, one my way, Hepa plus mixture no, and what do you swab? India, I was so immune system, a strong debia, anti Pavi,
A support to immune system no.
Not Plasmox no so, to malaria no good. Malaria symptoms, at a say a tipaye, a fear, one more tour, and one meranumsa. Achakura 4 days, not Pavi, and the Plasmox mixer, one mono, two malaria and asakura. And yes, I be a cool doctor. For 0542 778572 and 0542 807907. My dear Grady Pa Pavi Plasmox and Hepa Plus Nina. A pen for about or more manufo and Quadawan in Fidu Yunka. Our pharmacist in her bar shop.
FDA aje dredin crack. Ye enoane hepa plus mixture.
Pavi Plasmox Hepa Plus mixer to malaria and asakura.
Sweet darling.
My beautiful baby.
Hepa plus mixture ye busie ya no mama hoden aba. Buso me pini. Menti ase me do.
Sie Hepa Plus mixer enya dwuma ebe ye woni padua no mu no. Afie kra na ebe ye onwanwa mo. Eduro ye ma general we bi. Ebusua pom mudin hia me yie. Esne bibia. Enti me ma no mpa fie ha.
She, wo ye Hepa Plus husband.
You the one Hepa Plus husband, and you also were Hepa Plus wife. Now I'm no Hepa Plus mixer. My dear Grady Pa Pavi Plasmox and Hepa Plus Nina. I pay for about or more manufo and Quadawan in Fidu Yunka. Our pharmacist in her bar shop at phone for 0542 778 572 and 0549 297-463. Hepa Plus mixer and Mapobudra Mapa.
FDIG edredin crack so ya.
Upgrades are nice, but stepping up is woohoo! Because when you upgrade with GoTV, we'll step you up to the next package. Upgrade today to get more than more with Step Up, where if you're on GoTV Plus and upgrade to GoTV Max, you'll get even more with GoTV Super. Get big value, get big entertainment, get stepped up to even more with GoTV. Upgrade today on the My GoTV app or visit GoTVAfrica.com. Terms and conditions apply. Offer ends 31 March 2025.
Dwabrem, 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 Dwabrem.
Yo Dwabrem na wasugusu awuti. Ene minua panyi Dr. Cash eniha entino. Kwaku OWUSU BOATENG na matena dwuma mede Dwabrem ebreo. Na baby adruso no minua ba fefe. Mami ajwa tando. Ai mami ajwa tando. Ode enema ekoso abefun tentan enema etwagu nsema gentre ha ewo sanity e
ehadwada na sisi ya na ensem no so edoso pa ensem bebre no anene abefun tentan fidie ne so no eje ne homena ewo so enti na ensem bebre na nansana no yenka yetiefo so ko OTEC FM Ghana.com ensem no ya bone bede ewo ho benya dodo na wakinkan ewo eho ensem ne doso ena kwakwa ya dwada ye pa ne ntemtia ne pepa yen hyase ne mo bonsam no so emfama o ena no pei ya tena se ewo nyansa podwumadie ne so no ye bomamane se eyade a price of cocoa no ya tetete 70% increment bi babeba emeni cocoa kra mpanyimfo bi kwa kasaye na ababa beto dwa cocoa board for ne kasayi cocoa board se increment no enya no kure sadia ba social media show a obi ani age cocoa fo kra omo ka omo se enya no kure nemom no the floor of parliament no ena na wo mu edi enkomo bi e de fa sa niam ne ho na minister akokasa na to say 70% no baba be ya adwuma ni sade na ye keke kanu no wo mo kire se enye no kure enti we di wo mo sere increment na nyam mai bebe mpo nyam mai Tigana for we no yamfa nto yekoto dwam koko board deny increment 70% na ba ya portals ni bi treso right erikopoku ono ane handle ko Facebook ne so ana okotro ye de kotro ho sa ban ne hwese proposally wo me yesanka 60 ene wo ma hwesanka yemfa nko 70 na nko de be makuafo nanso koko board deny sa sansam ni nyina da no kura biada enim Tigana for yetia yembo emfa entu na awie ya te hwan ye hu sankrata ni bi trend na obehwe no na kane photo sanfo kanofo wi atada fa na ni age baby awo no baby ahwe aye obetumi adwane akose nyina ni atro de agu hu ya hwe ya office of the special prosecutor ni omo kan nyina ne se oforiata o me declare ne wanted last week na wo mo to nsa frɛ no so wo mo mro ntoto na no wo mo nyante panyini ni nka enti sia office of the special prosecutor mo handle X Facebook enie mo dem ra Facebook ne so
eno mo de info nyina to
ni asro ni atra wanted the amount office of the special prosecutor name no Kenneth Nanayo Foriata ni akronim se ordinana ya wa ne nsemi ba ya ne hu so ordinana ya ni ya tro ni date of birth ni mfia wanya ne color ne height ya babia nim so adwane akwase ya se UK na US ni nyina OSP di aba ya waka nyina ne se papa ya kan se wo ya wanted last week besi sa abrei ye nyante wonka ye nyante ye so de ye bebo de wura tata wo a enti ene nkrata ewu hu social media ne so a wanted asam na na egusu a ye katisi akọ X ukọ Facebook baby abekobia fugitive ni a ye de tag no ogusuwa na emu yenya hunu no mfa ne ho mekire OSP ntino ene yehu kenofo wiata enti ehun sam ne ha OSP gusuwa declare ne wanted baby obenya bia no de na yi poster no aprint no de akwakobo ho yenya bra be yi nsama no enti ehun sam no OSP e de aba betu edwa ebo ha na sefa ngobo be kosoro beba fom anabegina mfini no ababa beto dwa na we no eku a ye wo hwa no maboye nka ye Institute of Energy and Security wonom de ababa beto dwa se likely set ne bo no ebekọ fom kakra na emom no enframeja gas ne de still maintain ebegina ba bi egina na se eso bete te se de hwe se fa ngobu so bete no eno de affect no na emom fitibiri we ye mu kono likely will set petrol ye fan wo no e betumi aba fam ebo no beba fam no ye hwe ani mo se betumi aba fam na emom from gas ne de ba bi etimu no ehwa ne betim nyade ansakra ya na nsesa biada ebeba ewo ho emu ensam no ewo ha na professor bia eba na membo ni hu ntotoyo ya de pa ukol de gonsia pon no emu a professor Pumpkin wakasa de atu dwa se sa IMF NDC abai won betwa so se womo entwa so program ne de womo ka wasam a womo hwe no nka ne ye pa se ebe bibi ewo ho de ama aban ya hwesuo yi se otwe ne ho afiri ho no emboa wacha se mampanyi dwandwa mani mahama kasa no de tu dwan bo kire mo se won sheda nye ni so be extend IMF program no eno no de atu dwa sanka be ya yenhwemu ye papa sanse si aye kasa yi yensa crash won manum dada entisi abetwa so se entwa so no aban ye biribia won sanwene biem won tutuni ni amaye da chi asem na yante de empese ye betie eno eye de prof ene wode atu edwa na dwumade shunko bi akoso wasantemantem ha enya asem ketu akora dwumade shurunku na eye abasobo dwumade ya ekoso ewo asantemantem ha na dwumade no ekọ na wiye no wonum abo handsome ene ye wo ba yen sponsors ahodo wo edwa kase isu a handsome ka ho pa wo mudi muntintimman handsome every best innovative appliances dealer prestigious award in Ashanti region. Handsome no one to home appliances anything electricals one more etuntombi and media and entrepreneurs province awards and one more abo handsome abashum say one more ayadia papa asante mantem wo say one more etumi abo won homoden ema enei wama chenkrofo bebre no aniama papa home electronics no wan hwe yi a koto bekuma ba wiase no atu sika gu nanso handsome ebepiem asante mantem hayi electrical appliances papa when your friends say wo jamana no an wamodi aba anu ntino media entrepreneurs prominence award no wamo abo mame hana boache ya woye panyini kofa bai wada handsome manom wone ho kani Emmanuel boache fapema baso se asante mantem ha de o pe baby abenya electricals nyama topa dia o kwati hansoma na so okoto sika gu ukoso sika enti abaso ko chenchenenche pa na watwe awie ya de won matabri ade ama maame ha na boache ene ho kani owura Emmanuel boache fapem na wogina so edaga na fo nyina se hansom ba ye wamdi nyama papa ba ye electronics papa ya Ghana for sentimentum ya je on matomo no mo hye bose sade abaso boya bayi wamo meje nto dan mu kwa nemom abasobɔ ne ka biribi akyerɛ wɔm sɛ adwuma no wɔm bɛyɛ no wɔm nya ne yie na emu abasobɔ de asise kura no wɔnom atumi anya nti wei ɛyɛ abasobɔ kɛseɛ paa ya tabri ɛdiama handsome innovative appliance dealer prestigious award in Ashanti region ya tabri de ama wɔnom sɛ wɔm ɛbɔ wɔnom homaden aboa asanteman ama yeniama papa atɔ ɛno ɛyɛ ensɛm bia ɛnɛ ubenya bi na watie ewa ha na Council of State abatro no awie bo mama ne ewa kase nim ese yakasa wabra ne yedi news ne bra wo no na ya chekrache baako a video ni nie wonde wakwaye ne ho tintintinti na anu de nkrofo kwakonto kwa nyina achi saa no mo bedu Prempa Assembly hall no mo kwaye ye nanso anti robbery gang ba ho no wa beye wa adwene sa wodi commotion beba ho bia ne ya che wanti sabri yakasei kranche ba kwa no pedie kokoya ne ho ye ntuo bia kopie mbo ho no de yate ene se ya bo akire e de ama posifo ya be kwa homa so ebre semo na kokoto prof wo ho guso wo dan ne ho na ne asi e wo ho bia no watumi e de abreye abusia ye nyina we so na online nsama hodro ba be fontentane so ni nyina da yan fancy e wa ha nansa na no metwa me ho aba no memfa birthday wishes ahodro we ya ba be ka me nsa no entwa so e wo ahase happy birthday we ekọ ede ama nana yaw osmart we fashion designer Mamponten we free wankasa o sister Penny Sylvia nana waso ma woda pa awodai emunia ma papa pani nyina da wosre ede emam ne edi ho no ekọ ede ama Hubert Ade we sports journalist our time FM oboase we efi wonam fofo ene won mu a wo OTEC FM ha wamo ese won ma woda pa woda no emunchia ni nyina wamo ede emam de edi ho ekọ ede ama Nancy Dua agudie we fi wankasa wonua nana kwaku osono sika bedie the fourth nana kwaku osono sika bedie the fourth nana so ma woda pa onua ba Awurade enhyiraw nya ka bia ya wo bo ho mpaye no yesra enkwatenten de ahodi ewom no ede ema bedze no de twato wa ha no ekọ ede ama obapa roots OWUSU o UK abrochimemu we fi wankasa wonua rekun ai AP no AP radio no wo wokọ AP radio ene ne TV ho no wo bo adwuma rekoso odododo wo UK abonten so Awurade enhyira na botaye ntia wodi akọ no Awurade enye ema obapa Ruth happy birthday to you senior ai ebekọ ahoma so anse
mami adwa ene de ensem
de aburu bi su o
na de eyeme yipa ye kind of rata ne fonyina
isi asekuleti no fugitive kwasi usu se fugitive isi a baby a
ye be dom suko
I mean ya sema that point profo bebre na wo interest wom profo bebre na wo interest
ya jidwa wo Dwabrem de na tese be di
papa isi a de aduma ne de nya easy o
all right mami adwa ye dase etifo wasugusu awutie Dwabrem ewo OTEC 102.9 na sede modika ate no ene OSP ne oforiata ho nsensem no ye be doma suko papa dodo na feel say political witch hunting bi musu se entisa say niema bibiri a wo ya na enye asoden ye kan na wantie esan se ne wo fa se ni nua
office of the special prosecutor ne office sa ban ye twa mu ne de bae
ye
nti someone na mo de ne bae
Emma conversation here very interesting.
And a brave so no better on your man quanoma. Nebra swan no quasa de nkofo tete no mpeso be na adwuma. Nti afre de freedom no eno ani shata all freedom no eno anu ate asimu no.
If you must say time you very wrong.
Amayi.
It's no you see early days yet. I say you can be meaning da sana oba. It's no we ye bebo sanse mu nyina so na ebedi hu komo papa. All right. One of the Buamia Disa Jumedi, for NDC, Quatasu constituency executive member, in terms of regional communication team member, Francis Ado, if you know a Chinyaba. Oh, Fidiamo say, Minia, if I told Makwaba, Boko dear, Yankopa Dominasway. And the M says some more pa. Minim say no more mini kenda da dia. And you know, if you come up, as me are okay, then now kwakwa ya said and yakusi kuntuna. Do na kase 3 months when yamba na go start your money. And the day say 17th. Enyan Mahama 2 months ago nyandi. But akwakwa is the Mahama di 1 year office. There are lots of things that are coming. Right. Lots of things are going on. And to the Sobodrum yebe dom suko. Yegusu atwen MPP former Ashanti Regional Director. Ono so ye kwasiche danso ye twen no. And afiso independent candidate our lecturer ma ewo Amstead Dr. Abraham Jamfi ono so ye twen se ono be ba be kan ye ho na ye di dwumai. Na sabri medical bomamane se abatoɔ na edi yi Council of State ema Asante Mantem no. Ekoso dendenden wo Prempeh Assembly Hall na yamane bɔfoɔ na na kokoto ewa homa no so. Eni ni be di nkomo na afi ye hu sɛde ɛhɔ si kɔ sɛde abatoɔ no si kɔ pinchen bi aba hɔ ana sa afi de ɛkɔbɔkɔ sɛne ɛhɔ sitie na na kokoto
abanikazie
me patro ti me ka me mo ha o
ma chuzo anyado
na me patro bɔkɔ de
onyankopɔn da ma etiase
yo said the nyan ntie no abato no koso gidi na wo ha odi asem ni mu nchemu bebre na obetimi atwa mfonyina kire kakra said the nemesi ko ewo abato bia ye ho
me da aseminia empani se sa asem be fia da rokofi ni ho ntono da nti ebre ba se Council State aba wo ye hihye obeto ne no se bossa se eba ha no na ye hwe said ye hihye no ekro na yetimi atase bi e dia som omanfo a etie OTEC 102.9 na abato no hyase ene anopai bira pimpen so na ye bo ana ebeduru ha na efri anopan besi se de wona wose otu aba no besi se e kasa o kire se watu aba no ama aka onipa ba ko a oso otu aba no o kire se bo be se donko epa ho sima aduasa no na enipa be se aduasa ana se di otwe mum atimi ato aba na wi ama naka baako amna ye di otwe nsia saa baako no aka no ana ye ka sei wonum ewa atwe mu atwe no so obeba na obeto aba na mafe ne kenkan no atumi akoso anyantia kura se wona gire bi a otra aba na ekọ benkrom senka omo betimi akan se nipa no se omma na so mpanimfo kire mu a ne osese na osese abato ne mra se omo hyase anopa no a enwere nunum anono munwie en se besi ne baako maaye a ometo aba no de omoka so be bie so akenkan a omo wane ye adwuma enti sisi e ka se de ye watwen ma ye twen baako no a waka no oba no betu wie a afei na on bekenkan na obie so a ye hunde susaye de body fo no ebe kwa akoto na anopem ho no ye ba ye nse pi no na sisi ha na mom hyase no bedu ya na ha bambofo a wabodom pime wo ha na nkrofo busa se ade wo ye de be na esie the kwaba na esie na so na abato ya ni na ne se wo hwa abambofo a mpenfo pa on bedu ha no do so papa police anti robbers no ka ho bi ana combat force no mo ba wa hye ho mumuntu se de wo ko pata ko no won so won wa ha no mo nyina ehwe na won aboban abranche ba ko ana no pano ko di nseme e wa posifo nsem ni nyina ene se bra posifo no ba ye wo ye on hihye ye ana Obama ne se baabi wo ho no mu a omma be ha di fo no enyina ho no mo na bra mo ya sara banche ba ko ye se on di obegina ho no mo ti bra post fo ne ka se konkwa achi no ana ko ye kasa kwatwe mia bia ye baaye eno ɛna panin si sɛ woforo patapaa hyɛn a wosi sotoro nkwanta nti aberante no gye sotoro nyɛ asɛm ketewa bi ɔmo tase no ɛde no ɛkɔ ɔmo atena yɛ kasa yi ɔwɔ apolisifoɔ atena yɛ tiɛ na ɔno de ɔmo du fuu no papapapa ne nyinaa nkɛmfoɔ no dodoɔ no abɛto abaleɛ kasa yi deɛ sɛdeɛ na anɔpa no aha yɛ hyehyehye a na nkurɔfoɔ di atrantwie adi akɔneaba ha deɛ ɛkɔ so ha no saa bere deɛ emu adwo kakra wɔ ha no dodoɔ no ɛwɔ ha ɛyɛ nsɛntwerɛfoɔ ne apolisifoɔ ɛne wɔn a ɛba bɛto aba no ɛkyerɛ pɛmpɛ assembly hɔ anim hɔ na abɛhunu sɛ bɛhwɛ adefoɔ ne wɔn a ɛbɛta nkurɔfoɔ akyi no baako mmienu bi gyina hɔ no mu a wɔn nso wɔn nsa hyɛ ɔmdamire fam a ɔwɔ atwɛnyɛ mu ɛhwɛ nea ɛbɛkɔ nti wɔbɛdu pɛmpɛ assembly hɔ deɛ a wɔn nyinaa a wɔsɛ wɔn to aba no bi wɔn ato aba no awie na sɛ wɔhwɛ kwan a wɔfa so yɛ abatoɔ no hyehyɛ no a ɔkyerɛ sɛ mɛnsin bi a ɛwɔ asantemantam ha no ɛbɛyɛ nnipa mmienu na wɔgyina mɛnsin no anan mu ama wɔn aba abɛto aba no ɛna ɔkeka bɔ mu a ɛkɔyɛ nnipa no agye wɔtwe nsia no na ɛhwɛ mu a ɔkyerɛ mpanimfoɔ bi gyina ɔkyerɛ sɛ ɛkora so aka nso wɔwe ɔmo nam pere ɛyɛ tumi no bio yɛ a yɛka sɛ ɔkyerɛ mu aberante wɔkɔ ne di alex kwado nsɛntwerɛni alex nti wɔafrɛ nsɛntwerɛfoɔ no bɛdi nkɔmmɔ sɛ ɔno de kaa sɛ ɔbɛkɔ nkan na ɔhwɛ ko no wɔbɛsi wɔdwo so in fact osi kwa mo koraa enti no ɔno deɛ ɔkyerɛ sɛ ɛnyɛ adeɛ ɔbɛkɔ bi ɛna maame rose hamilton a na ɔno nso di mu akɔkyerɛ paa no ɔno nso krataa bi a ɛho firi n'aso ɛkyerɛ sɛ ɔno nso ɔnnɛ anyina bio ɛna nana gyedu kum anim amakye bare hene ɔno nso ɛse ɔnnɛ nkɔ bio a yɛka sɛ saa mmiɛnsa no deɛ ɔmo nso ɔnnɛ nkɔ bio ɔmo maka deɛ ɔmo gyina mu na mmienu ɔmo di mu akɔkyerɛ paa yi a ɔmfoɔ hwɛ ne mu sɛ abatoa yi ɔbɛtumi ɛtɛfra hwɛ aseɛ wɔ anaayɛ a ɔbɛbutuo no ɛyɛ ɛdi kan ɛyɛ agrikins n'ahene na nankansa bodo a ebuafo ana bio owura ya OWUSU bimpe ya onomre bi atwa mu na oyɛ titire ne dima NDC amanyoko no asante mantem hanom saa ni pai bi na nkonfo susu sɛ de be bia no emu baako ebetumi edi nkunim ɛwɔ abato ne mu na ne kasa ne sɛ ebe abato ne hyɛ ase a no pa no nkunu mu wura mu a no ndu bɛkɔ be dumie no mu no pramotu yɛ akyire no anye hu sɛ baas tintin bi aba besi na ebe baas bi bedu hanom no anye hu sɛ asambra abadwafoɔ bi a ɔbɛto aba no bie ɔmo asia firi mu a wɔnom ahyɛ aseɛ ɛsai enwom NDC foɔ nwum ya ana na ɔmo sai the kid so to ya die no di ɔmo anim no ayɛ NDC amanyoko no ne ɔntiti ne wa santimantem ha na kwasi Andrews ɛna di ɔmo anim a wɔn na wura mu a ɔmo nyinaa yɛka sɛ wɔkɔkɔto wɔnom aba abamu mpanimfoɔ na abamu atwam no ɔmo mpanimfoɔ bi no bae ɔmo anya kwan nwuram sɛdeɛ anapam di kan yi mpanimfoɔ asotire no ɔno Dr. Sayo Odutwum kane ɔsoafo no ɔhwɛ mo masua ho nsɛm so afei kane ɔsoafo bɛdi kyia na ɔno nso ho nsua ho nsɛm so ɔno Professor Kisi Jacob ɔnya kwan nwuram mo kyerɛ sɛ ɔno tumi krata to ɔno ama ɔno nwuram ni na nkemfoa no bɛsi na deɛ bɛkasa asomdwe from abɔ ha ne sa ɔno abɔkena Japan so ba ɔno deɛ ɔbaa yɛ a ɔne n'ani kuru ka ɛhwɛ ne yɛkɔ so ha na ɔsa dan n'ani a kyipaa ɔkɔɔyɛ enti wɔatwɛn mu a yɛtwɛn sɛ ɔmo to aba no wie a wɔn na edi nkonim ɛyɛ asomasi ɔbɛnten anaa koto yɛti mpoano deɛ ne yɛti anwom deɛ bɛsi deɛ a yɛbɛtase aba abɛyi aku agu bosuom
yo nana kokoto da sipi na sɛ wohwɛ sɛdeɛ ɛnɛ abatoɔ kɔɔeɛ na wode toto sɛdeɛ ɛna no kɔɔeɛ na what is the general atmosphere wohu ne sɛ what's your assessment wohwɛ EC dwuma wodiɛ wohwɛ abambofoɔ na wohwɛ wɔn so a ɔmo baeɛ na ɔmo general behavior na say so mu se comport to himself no who ni say wo de toto enano de no ho a
ena de no na no de no so se de mu a aye bambo presi na de no wo prempa assembly ho no mu a wagye ban afa ho nyina enti ansa na abenya kwan abosa se wura mfini ho no mo aposifo aban no ano ya won be hwe klate kura wa also wura mu empo yemu bi a yensa ntrofo bi ebedu ehia no no mo se to me krata ya accreditation o ma chewie enti woni bia won na ma onwuram woni efo ni mo se na se bejafo bi na ba o ma onwuram na se woni oni chaka o mu a be de pa enti ne o ma wo mu woni bamboni a na yensentroni woni yensentroni a na ye wa wo gina pre aba no bi ana wa oba beto aba no bi ana wo a wa bo di se be hwa ba to no so saafo no ana won ewo mu tina de bambon sem no ana ayaso nko nam so ama asundwe aba ɛno ha bambofo wa ham na hwe omududu na wonia wonim bo ahomodin se obeba hanom aba eba sabasa ye bia ɛne wanhwe yi a wato kakanka
Yo nana say okasa emu no woyɛ sɛ MPP abandada no mpanyifo ni bi ba hɔ na NDC fo mpanyifo no bi so
hɔ NDC fo mpanyifo no deɛ ɛyɛ de ya pupu sa wɔ so wɔ K.O.B no K.O.B pie akɔyɛ NDC ameriko na wɔ so na ɛsan so yɛ abato a ɔhwɛ ne mu sɛ ɔkɔ akɔto NDC wɔn aban fo no ɔmo mpanyifo no bebree wɔ ha no mo sɛ ne kan de tu dwa no ontitire ni na kɔsi wɔ ha ni na nkɛmfo akora santimentem so afɔ ɔrawo Dr. Amoakohene enso ɛwɔ ha no mu nyina hwɛ ama kwenti ade simpanimfo no mama ne ko no de ɔma no dodo na ɛwɔ ha no a wɔdu ani edi de ɛkɔ so wɔ ha no akyi
na ɔmunya kwan wura mu sɛde na waka sɛ yɛama MPP fo mpanyimfo no bi ɛnwura mu no NDC fo no bi nya kwan wura mu anaasɛ ɔmo de ɔmo anyɛ sɛ ɔmunya kwan wura mu na MPP fo no ɔmunya kwan wura mu
ɔmo nya kwan wura mu sɛ accreditation
eti NDC for the munya accreditation
commissioner ma on accreditation dia ani ese ka se kwenya pia se do ba onya kwan wrem asra pisi bi do ma nya kwan wrem eni nya se tumi krata e kire se wrem no je odie na wrem wo anya bi dia nya dia be nya kwan wrem
okay nti no NDC for no dia o kire ma dodo na nya tumi krata nti omunya wrem na NPP for na susu se o ma nya krata nti o ma ntimi wrem
e dia nya dia no se on ba no munya accreditation card nti o ma mo wrem.
Oh, okay. Said you wadi kaka no. Yedu besi ha. Na yebese se odu ani bedi achi na de bebia no. Yebese afre na de asem no munchi ma bro. Na na nefi.
Yeda se. Yeda ofa mo no nya ya jo ho mi ni ntie wa ha.
Sa pepe. Yeda sipi. Etiefo ye sentro ni nana kokoto na motini nka no. De asi wo election now ekoso wo Prempeh Assembly ho efa Council of State no eno na ode ebreye no ye begibre na yakodidwa kakra ye ba de ho no ye de beto amso
awusa ye kodwa so ne akwa kohwenie ma papa betumi ato bi wo dwa so Donima still complex I mean can't just say I don't see who near maybe a open from start to finish obo benya be a day amount or tropical alozine any galvanizer who running na standard sheet no plain and a colored or options who be no a bar and then over to me a choose choice well I shut a gate system na who really be automatic garage doors with the call new memu feel warehouses ning nada obenya be a day ama we a carpenter will you be a juma or carpenter choice or way another papa and what day 1 inch 6 inches ning nada e be ho banning wires iron rods measurement be and so no e be ho no say what the boss paper products not bar we if you be here be we your ba wo baby and e be sure bag him san say ya this year ye ho eye ye ho ye ahankwa na ba bedru dwa wo ma free technical advice wo baby a we obeju sika nsa no ayama na so doni made wo ba odi wenum nyinada e chew yatena e kase no asafo wire junction ye ben Ghana Revenue Authority Tamale Valley banking David Junction wa enkwa kantamanto ye ben GBC bank no wo techima ndia gwanchi kwan so akenten na no yadomboache ne fie ho ape ahoma ne 0244 126625 and 0540 101555 unya fry bejo so Ghana Garages online app no wa download the video unya download bia mesra wo phone kita wo no de hia so be call Play Store and App Store no abo Ghana Garages online app ne beba download the so so tonton ka ho niam wobetumi register wudin ene hunya menyina wo bi baso na wo po ma na ye ne kai wo siesie ka na to ka ho niam obehu wo ho direct no aba ene bibia kwa abefo so nti nso fo niam ne bra na ye promo business no emfa ema konka aitia da roma nne ode wenum nyina bom dia ma ye ene wo toka wo peka ho niam empo wo po bi ma na siesie o ka dia ma wo no Ghana Garages online app no ne kan fo dia ma we no free Play Store ni App Store kokotwe bi na emwa na bia wo siesie ka na toka ho niam na peso de bane de gu ho bo dawro ne ma wo ahoma ne 0244 319420 0244 319420 Russian energy drink no nie ebi onya binom ya bobo bi wine na benya modern surunku bia sade ho bayiye wo no ebi awo ye adwuma sa abre kura no waye mre wo pe energy foforo de atwa so Rush energy drink we ye create we US abro chimemu ene ye bayiye wo Ghana ha Trillium Industrial Company Limited wo madaroma ene de Rush aba unya bia bebo apa wa wo pani dudu motu ana wo pe kakra bi dia ye wo adwuma no 0322 190877 0322 190877 Perfect Series Books say your war future is secured. Open mama bofrana king kanya and one in the perfect diaba. We na kajatum Ghana Education Service François Jatum. Your English language books are who don't be what my basic one could see just to we. What are people history of Ghana, RME computing, creative art textbooks are who running in a da yaji abba. Near ye can ye man a fenny domoko sukuno. Ya na kwa writing, coloring, painting, and a drawing. The only body are groaning in a da a be a wo. Obano JHS love one idea English, mathematics, social studies, RME, or books in nada, ye will be year 2B. Schools are who muti ye, mock exam, terminal exam, midterm exam. Nina, yabasate question na supply, leakage be a mem, aquadane chura watch or be seen in Manessa Pekiaman, Obetrapa. Kumasi de Puto Jan away being station noir, and Crowdu what they done suman fair stop. Our money is 0243 299 938 and 0540 755 465. Are you call Herbal Center? Woman on there, Sapan on Waba, Nanu Fiada Power Tech FM, and by Grace Medical Center. Valentine's Day, good health and love on vast day program ya debremui. Are you call Panui and Soto? And yame woman drosh. And to see a board the run and 10 to Twamrika. When ya cobam, or the baba bedia you call pano, Coco ya coco no a big woman, cinnamon woman, garlic woman, tiger nut woman, near the preka safra. Her combination in Modupa, and to be awesome medacram into me, or be awesome into me, Kaya diantem. I will be a barbetinam so a quana, bam, yefnu crack kame, di ayaresa bodo, ayaresa pan, why you could for a diaba. O take a famunya, do your entrance, one main gate, one provision store there, one coho, be sister Posha, a wopa, you could pan, wouldn't be. A book was a passe, Bessianse quine so wa, a 1 year yes, our pan we, our money is 05411 73658 05411 73658. Udukate ya. A Bakwa station was Sister CUZ. Wo Bekromo Babe Diga Faho, or Bapa Suzy Bemo Binadia Kofunia Bushamun Nadamodi 0246 041423 0246 041423. Na ayiko Hema Center one dia resapanu yaba waba bejodi Eche International Air Consulting Firm oba man kwa Ghana mu aba bepiem ha wo mokomo mu ni bia samadia mom die wo mo demra na ye bibia enu nti ukoye insurance bredu se wo se dem sika naka wo ya so wo kwa ma no ne passport kura ma meka wonsa akwa ye kadan bra eche baji sika ni nyina ma asase bi na asa wo kwa akoto ya ju sika di wo munye se wo metua fa bra be kwa akwa sika ne dia mam kabia Eche International ye ho adwuma na alternative dispute resolution ADR no nyina ye bill science ase busuam ntawantawa business mu akasa ebi kwa hospital bi kwayom de wa fasho no wampe fabra beda eche ni ye beboa ye wenku an ye organize classes ahodo training ahodo emma public and afei government institutions ahodo nyina da mo betumi afre kumase Amedia run about na so asafo VIP bus terminal ho ma me se wa plaza ne first floor sa hwibogo so sunyan na kofodua ho nyina ibutu ha ye di adwuma awoma ne 0544 141688 and 0266 717101 unyafra eche yabaje osododo autism consultancy services ni autism semi misal se wani je ho so unya Dubai abekwa akwaye adwuma na security guards motor riders cleaners ye de mu ko Dubai na anu fiada samote masun sound advance day ya ye di wo fia chenchine wo mobile autism for se we na wo kono ya ma 2 years work permit baby abeda ka ho motor na abetwie no na license ka ho transportation sa hodo abehia ni nyina fully covered we wunya wo baby a autism kwana ye be dia mam mesro bomodi anso hwe chakwa no wo kumase heya atonsu asraso Ophelia Junction hwa en ye wo unya du Ophelia Junction hwa autism hwa ne butu a ye bo adwuma ahoma ne ye 0558 511 992 ana 0558 332 223 unya fra beje wo so paso ko Dubai ni bia be ne simple kra dia ma emanfo odaye som atumi abem akofa catering services ni wo pe ba bia wo ye aduane anu so no ade when ye kase so for man na pai sanse taste no e wom pa akofa catering services de where jollofa unte se ayi bia smoke bia ginem krogen ti wo ye program bi wo po bi obetre wanim unkonya problem bia won krofo aduane wo mbedi hu dia eno ani akofa catering services continental local pastries no type of ben na pani nyina da wo ye bi e bia wo ye wedding wo top no birthday parties ahodo ni nyina da wo fro ya e be aduane solid party ama kwada so ene ye wo adwuna se wa be bia kwada so municipal assembly no e wo no e hwa na ebutu a yesomwo ahoma ne ye 0245 056 378 0245 056 378 unyafra wodem akofa bejo so na ennuane papa na wode aba no waboa ema wonsa atumi akabia wie ye betwa ye ho na kwamotwetwe na koso ansa na de di ho wo dwadie mu no yatumi e de aba betwa so senior
majwa yeda se wabo adwuma yakoso akayo utie OTEC FM 102.9 Dwabrem na ope political show I have big was sentiment party and Dwabrem na yaji adwa de na ye be pensen semu papa na on se macha de kakra enti minim the impact of politics not only on business but on the nation as a whole. Say bad politics are ni sunso aso no e wo man so no of course hu hia papa na on say ensema e kono oya na odudo na be feel say ne ka na ye ka dede na ye ka keke ana say ye pese ye num ne keka na bia ye sura no pa na say wi ani abetana ye kasa keke na minimie pa say se yetena se na ye bobo nsem ho a dudo na nya ababi frame na ade ba kwa aya na me ye very interested say betimi nya objective analysis me ba joti ase e benya objective analysis meaning say sometimes ya na partisan politics ne party bias no influence your sense of judgment but ye be bomodin say ye be hwe asem no say de esiti pepepe na edika ye fa ya papa ofuriata ho nsensem ya me se na ya mehwe no de bia me ka se ewo oman chichire yemu no the future of the nation is always tied to the past untimin projected for the future abraun kochi enkohwe niema esisi wochi patriotic foundation ni pa what I say oye body corporate for an organization na opese ukowanim se uja wachi na wan hwe niema akoso wachira e be very difficult for you to plan na on say na dodo na aka say uhwe economics a on say na use word be no economic indicators na me de bia me ka say ye ka say economic indicators a indicators enye no na problem no indicators actually the problem and as indicators no pointers to the problem I say wako yaresa wako hospital na Dr. Busa said in how osi uti oya mintimi ndidi mintimi na enye yade no na obobo su no obo symptoms so you are just listing the symptoms inti enam said doctor no onim dinti no otie symptoms na elidino to the actual illness na odi aduro akoka saa yade no so odi ka yade ne pe symptoms ni nyina abeyira enunti obi be ka se ye to abama o man panyi a ne dia ne se onhwe so nye na dwuma na onya de atwa mu no in all honesty and in all fairness I feel say the medical canon the future is always tied to the past yeah o man chichire mu no your bottlenecks bebre na say your nema bebre wa agi se ye hwe tuatua no ansa na etimi akoyanim enunti no edu ba bi na say udi dwuma bi hye obi nsa okọ Ghana ye mra kuni ni mu a we talk about justice probity and accountability say the asudie mawa fatu trimu say debi oba be yi hu ano when you are given a responsibility in this nation put it at the back of your mind that there will be a call for accountability someday. Aha, na on say, na a drew sa call na, na political, biases no bemune, politicians no try to play or cards. But media me feel say the step say ye share ye chi. Near who near me to sini, and sana yetimi hu de wo ye nim no. Sa step no. A very commendable step. Omi enhye so sa. Has esan say when timi anhwe niema e wo chi na when timi hu niema wo say wototo ano a. Sa bottlenecks no it will still be there. And fa hu no baby apese odu besi so a odu besi wani so obeko. There you still come back and deal with those things. Na eno na enka me feel say en hard dream say ye be frɛ obi e de oman sikasɛm no hyɛ ne nsa. Na nka ya toto na no sɛ enema bi ankoye beyiwa no na yenhu esan sɛ ye de oman sikasɛm hyɛ wo nsa ulusu $1 you may be losing a life. Ulusu 1 cedi crampo na hospital bi also case no why ya bro anase ulusu sika suku bi also case no why ya bro ayo mani sika nyina na de ahye wonsa na me sure say eno na akofa sankomo nyina ba na asembusa ne say aso say ye to ye nsa frɛ ye papa Ken Oforiata na ye twene daare na fi ye say or a fugitive near the infonyini atare abefo ntintan fidie so nyina onipa bi hu se ase oye a o dwane anase wo dwane mra no enipa bibre feel say a political witch hunting say ye de ani asini so dodo anase processes no entwa yie ebi mu feel say eye nim guase bi no mpese o digu papa no minim se de wadwene si yo family so say eye pa esan say ye de dwumadi ehye wonsa e wo se obeyi hu ano na we na akoye aha we kan we na we kan we na we kan we na we kan we we ni nkomo a ye bedie na medical catch say yen hwe no from an objective point of view say wo fie na wotie mi ba bia wotie mi bia no makase aya na hu behia say aban bi ba onya daaje hwehwe ne me course mu ansa na wotu anamo bi sa fact no e wo say man ye very clear ena on said de ekoso wo man mu no so ne say eya na say aban bi te so a office of the special prosecutor no mi hu say aban bi te so na office of the special prosecutor no etimi di sa aban ni mu nipa bi akogina semdi bia na say de ketasese ne proye abata wo ho ne de mo akogina asendi bia ne ebu abom ebi nyansiye na ekami akoye so say aban bi free so a ena aban foforo beba no edi sa adwuma no we nyina ye enema a cause for worry ensenka yati office of the special prosecutor say on hwe say ketahye any dream bia ekoso aban mu no on famra MPP abreso ana wote sa agency na say wote sa office no ya hu setimi prosecute obia ofiri ho apɛ mahama ba ya ana ya dikan atabiri yura Ken Oforiata e de akɔ court a ebi musu sɛ wadwane a ya dikan fugitive no ɛno nti sankomo wi na yebedi na me pese unya no from an objective point of view ye NDC ni wa ha sei na yegusu aye twen MPP also communication director and have an independent candidate sankomo ni yebedi na minua Francis Ado NDC executive member osaye regional communication team member ewa ha na mamini kabuza o minua mame sama akwa babie
so na ewe pa
na me pacho boko de
obo de adaroma ogusu shai
good
my enkoya ya baidi na see ahode nana ode ma ya ni nshira na sedan ya de be ma no be sure say won so mo ho ye
Oh, Yamiadum, Yepa. Answer Nebeko and Seminole, dear to Janosono. Mamini can busa with general impression about the Council of State about to Kosovo sentiment. What's your general take on what is happening?
You know, I'm in Chia, it's here for Majibre, it's here OTEC and area Dwabrem. And then, of course, Machiamon and Aminchia, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana, and the original minister, Dr. Frank Amakwene. Yeah, Abbas Jumadia, the original communications officer. And then His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Abonabaso as the CEO, Chief Executive Officer of State Social Investment Fund. Yena Yenuabema Abbas Nuruddin. Area Mechiano near Juma, Abo, Ediama party no, and OWUSU at the Boa region in terms of communication and the party no. Now, last one, I mean, Chia, the incoming MC, Kwadaso constituency, Honorable Eric Asibe, and area Mechiano Pa. You know, I think it's a Council of State elections way. And some specifically in Ashanti region. Last week, Tuesday, and the date I started to have these elections. And elections, no, minya ho kwan ekọ ho kọhwe de na ekọ so ewo RCC. A lot of things went wrong. We are seeing na penchen ni oye na asiama. Abanokra no yenya ankan and declare mpo. And I'm 24 years and say yebesan ede and I think across the country there were two regions, Ashanti region and the northeast. Somewhere around 10 a.m. not northeast at 20 we are declare Nipa where we need Council of State. But Ashanti region, we are still waiting for declaration. We are waiting to say pinching so ese koso eho. But that really Nipa makumaku 82 koto aba. In less than an hour, I was thinking our process here. Yeah, now it's a crowd. When I was coming, now me try to follow conversation not to see whether yet me a declare up until I go here and realize that still now abanumpono afena say about no me and saying come on afena yeguswa no nine pabo afena yeah to abano. And so you ask yourself, time being there to and at the end so answer.
Now the question is why Ashanti region?
Why Ashanti region? Because the two factions and the main contenders are more election, you know. Both of them, we know them to have political stance. They are politicians.
Okay.
They are politicians. Remember, Agrekins Mine, Yura and Cancer Bodu. What should I say? Ono MPP nipa on fancy, and yet Akunya no bedi ya. He is part of the founding members of the MPP. In Tisabio, and you win a Bema or because of the MPP somehow or ebatunching.
Right.
When you go to the flip side, or when you flip the coin, a former regional chairman, Uriah Ubimpe, he is an NDC, Ubienim, the position, Ubienim affiliation. And so now elections no as a last week no na factions no do so kakra, but I think the year ban name no about be clear ebi mu efrifri mu ama be ka the two main contenders in the elections inti akwakwa said the akwakwa general elections
MPP NDC
as usual. I wasn't expecting Senka ebi drew say, especially when I did kind they in somebody general soma impo regional police commander no waha yes no.
But me a question of all the other 16 regions, you know, do you feel say these fashions also played out in all the other regions?
Well, yes, because in some regions, for instance, I saw that party members NDC will be every election in other regions, and persons who are also perceived to be neutral have also won elections in other regions.
Did you who perceive who say MPP for be so?
The people who are affiliated to the MPP, some of them have won elections. But when it comes to Ashanti region,
it's obvious.
The difference with the difference in Ashanti region compared to other regions, Ashanti region no, the stronghold of the MPP. But the NDC has built itself in Ashanti region. So we share your voter in the percentage that we had in Ashanti region. It tells you that it is no more the seat of the MPP as it used to be, and I say the bank of the MPP as it used to be. Until now, whatever thing that the MPP feels or had thought some time ago on the silver platter, it is no more like that. And we have raised concerns. Say, for a very long time, he has never and openly, he has consistently been against the NDC. Because on one cry, we on one case on no MPP need mappa. In Tebane saying now, where Council of State elections now, everyone say, yeah, per one moment on the Mampini, but what na see 5 years to no 4. Na MPP near Utia sa bino, Utia sa Mampinino, Etia ni BBA say, a famous me economy name Mampinina Quaquatanasi, Aqua Fadring. Ordinarily, Minumi Nubaya again say, it is something that Ubia Behune say, it is weird and awkward. Say, Sebi, you didn't believe in my policies, you didn't believe in my ideas, you didn't believe in my ideals. I therefore made the very basic of my political party. You didn't believe in it. You didn't like anything I did. You voted against everything I did. All of a sudden, also person now to me fool. When that argument comes in,
such argument, don't you think, say, and that is even the right avenue for him to even support? Because
we allow. I believe in constructive criticism.
That's it. Because why do you want to have NDCs infiltrate the Council of State?
It's not about NDC infiltrating Council of State. It is not about NDC infiltrating Council of State. But the moment Yehunipa FPM say or contesting it, definitely our people would have to. No. I'm not presuming a winner. I have not even gone into the contest itself. The mention say we have someone and I will be a yenimno say Nipa no say we MPP ni. Nipa ni will be for a very long time. He has consistently gone against everything NDC. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama edited the manifesto by Obekan the policies, Obekan Ghana food jina so tuaba. Etre MPP for said the normal candidate say be na nyansa nhyede nim nti yentu omungu. And then they went in and then we went in, Ghanaians went in and voted for the NDC. Nti ye chichira aban for me aban. Ni yesi obi nkotu nipa before and obi nkotu Ghana mampeni for. Ordinarily you are not expecting someone or yes so much against Nipane policies or the buyer, Nipane manifesto, any Nipane ideals, any what the person thinks would help. No, Nipa or Tutiano, no, you are not supposed to even be there to go and advise such a person because right from the word go, you are against everything the man. And ideally, that is how the conversation has been with the Council of State election. Now, because I say I can see the whole motive behind Penche. These are some of the factors. I have not yet gone into the contest proper. On the flip side, the NDC also feels that yes, Yura Yaobimpe has been a former regional youth organizer, has been a former organizer, has risen through the ranks to become a former regional chairman. While war party when the party was in opposition, when the party has come to power and gone to opposition, Ayasaba back to power. So he has a lot of experience in terms of governance and in terms of politics. Because whether you like it or yes, President Nana politically motivated and calculated. Into here will be a experience in such an angle to be able to advise the president. Makano must start station back because I say I am one of the people who is for the cancellation of the scrapping of the entire Council of State. If Senkebebwa, we should rather elevate the Council of State into another chamber. As our chamber no, as developed countries, say politicians no it goes to this chamber and they look at it with the spectacle of nationality beyond politics. Because various Council of State we have not really seen their impact in our discussions. Because Council of State what their functions are. The basic function is just to do recommendations to the president. Council of State ain't me enforce it. Council of State ain't me they are just there to make recommendations. And when they are making recommendations, it is not binding on the president to take those recommendations or not. Some recommendations are many nano. And yet, or some companies or befa and so one fa. And think coming go there. I didn't think the council of let's close the council of state where such powers are. A bus or more say moi, say moi. Say beboa, where they look at the national interest beyond politics. I am part of those people who are in for that. And I'm very sure, say, Constitutional Review Committee, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, apa ona or more a consultation, picking from what the Constitutional Review Committee led by Justice Jamefe Committee in a year. Any day, you are chairman Sabun, so etwaso, a bayin, put all those ones together. Now, 1992 Constitution. Let us review the Constitution. And when time His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Abaso and Neri said, what me form is our committee now, one more timeline, and they are supposed to work with all these past committees and past documents. And some particular issue in relation to Council of State now, a conversation that I'm very aware and what committee they are considering it. May you sure say when the final document comes up, we would all look at it. But in the interim, whether we like it or yes, this is the situation we find ourselves. Abeye MPP ni NDC with the Council of State elections. Abeye MPP ni NDC, and so far as Abeye two political parties in there, the interests are high. The interests are high. Into ubetimi carry day no, you win the elections. And so me sitting here as a member of the National Democratic Congress, me metnaha emma me support someone from the New Patriotic Party. I mean him say on pay bibia His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, on supported bibia His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, on pay bibia NDC and supported bibia NDC to go up there and say that he's going to advise the same person he is against, the same person he doesn't like, the same person he abhors his policies and everything. I will never go in for such a person.
All right. Mamima, former Ashanti Regional Communication Director. KWAKU Che Danso. Bacho Akwaba. Kwesi Che Danso. Kwesi Che Danso. Akwaba. Na Yankupo Adum. The Council of State in
serious people. I declare His Excellency the former president and not KWAKU Minchano. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the jury Harvard speech no smoothie. I be beer dead ditches, or no new beer, Ghana for any done so can say, and Chaya Crano, Ghana for you now. And I may put you on record, say, I be any I tell say MPP for manifesto only by Nyansen. Said they now can. Yes, sir. O say, Nyansen. Oh, me patch, oh, Mupam. Bet me able playback na man. Oh, me say, utie me. Me pato, whether Sabaya, me pato, Chama, Miss Show. Sabaya, meba. Sabaya, you know, me pato, Sabaya. Or say MPP. Nyansen him.
Oh,
Nyansen. What say Nyansen him? Oh, me pato.
Intino, where you?
What to say the issue? No, say. It met me a castle, met me a curtain or them was a walk as I said. What's yes, a dear, a manifesto 9 people they buy, Nyansen him, and I make us say, and you're right. The first say I choose Udiano, and she say, Ubidian and Nyansen him. That is my point. Now, there are no argument, Biana, Bibias, about you said it. And I told me, no, Yama, and then maybe clear, a man on one chance, say, Council of State, no, Ghana, Nadia, to say a betwaba. And the anticipated I ain't letting crop no munque. Apart from say Atuabano, President no kwine so choose nipa be 17 as say e de kan. It will nipa no na pa. Wa wenia, kata president no choose no kan. What is your problem? Oh, hypocrisy when I na me kasa o. Ante san ke mu bi o wan kan omu ne mu ye ya no kran ke mi ya no. But mu se nya atwom. Ani adwom poni e wo mu tirim no. Ano ne me kasa. Champion na Kufuado. Time. E.T. Mensa, or the NDC, no, your Council of State member. E.T. Mensa, Busano. I don't know MPP for one can say, one MPP for one Yajune, one MPP for one Tiasia, your philosophy no one play, it's young Primanenko. What is the mechanism? It's woman name at that time. To be afraid. No, your Council of State member. Busano, what you want.
When the cocker say Toby afraid and this in into young penny. And I dream phone a modity coma. And the mamma yenning I bassa bassa, a poor aye beanim. Messy, I dream phone a modity, I don't know your papa. I don't know your papa.
Open.
Messy, I don't know yet. I don't know ya.
Open you but Nabutre Francis. Nabutre Francis. Open
I don't know your papa. What did I make an answer?
What I remember say some of the words.
I don't know yet.
Francis, Nabutre. Oh no, you have made a point. What make your point?
NDC has a problem. They have the right to say anything. But what opposite, what can be their own problem? Point no say. What ya? I can't say we will one track. But baby no for na kwatra. But I say baby a program. We will finish the program. Obia no obema kwan. Obia no obema kwan amo akeka de ope. What can you say? What can tell you what them have? What I say? What can tell you what them have said? What won't pray? Because the background on NDC no and agent. The background on NDC no on pen principle. Any other didn't want pray a man in quiet because I will support you. The friend say, former chairman, chairman, no, or no, I say, one I say. Yakotoba no way near on Fanco. Yakotoba no lose, I want to say, what I say. Na yetimi ama democracy na yadwuma. Democracy is not about entokwa. And about say my betison. Wa betison olusu. And this is for bebe o mute parliament. Who the kasa community min kabi. Baby yo. Mo mra me constructive debate ni anhwe. Adwene ne yade ko parliament o anya betre. They should understand that. It is a one to me and for adwene anko. No way your adwene say betre. It said your friend say MP your friend say Ashama MP, or Captain the majority leader, the Munyani and Kopu. Munyani Mumu. Then the same majority leader and also put in the right, and the minority leader say, and yes, I know them ha. Okobwai. For what? No one himself betray no and the parliament, yam pre. For Johnny Brown never come out some put something on paper, never come in tea. And I talk what? No more de bibia gidi yam pre. Adie and she say Ghana ye. Not until the time say your best constitution no. Elections no abekoso. And elections so koso so a. Ghana no ye won she say. Say nipa no uti say ya utimi contest man ye. Enti yam fa won nipa kro oti akonya ne so. And nipa kro oti akonya ne so no. Anya say bia ne philosophy na bibi no ye kan wasem. E wo bibi ho no de beto a. No bo ye council member no what say wadwene. That is all. It is Obi the longest reigning longest member of parliament, one of the oldest members of parliament. And another time nanado babetra konya so na ye pre council of state okwa pribi E.T. Mensa oba ye member of the council of state under nanado danko ekufado no 24 ada na no dia ndisi former so yanko kase ada na E.T. Mensa wom enya dia wo so okotu nanado fo ada na ye ho sa no mo de bia no mo right to talk. More right to do anything that pleases you. But we could be copied and open. Yeah, play. Open say. About the Aquacotu. And then said the animal you run interview. Made it about the Papa Kumi and said because you woman call. And I'm a boy. And the Paka created. And on which you are almost down at 5 o'clock. Sana is in the time let's say 5 o'clock near Cocaine. And Papa was here when at 5 o'clock. No, Munko farm on crop for hoodlums no and Maho and Maya Baswasa. Nian Kaya Ban. Now, this or burying now, what is your fear? What is your fear? If this or burying the power, would you whom say, Unipa open or wooden economy? Why you didn't come in our chin, maybe Bibia, Yakwatwaba? What is your fear? I don't know what the Nipa call class and was saying. Why? Not the Biamudia, yo, baby basa. No, call a letter commission office was Yakwaseno. Accra main office Yakobo Bonje Techima Yabu Bonje my friend say that man go Yakwaseno police says Yakwaseno aden one group of people mo crowd and kawa we ni crowd and kawo de no crowd say just enjoy na makwan mama ne time wabɛka no waka no or expect sɛ mo NDC for no mo bɛboa no but it seems that NDC for no pɛ sɛ mo boa no ɛna ɔno nso wɔte hɔ no ayɛ dwori ɛna wɔnka biribiaa ɛne ma ɛkɔ so nyinaa mɛkyɛ sɛ wɔte hɔ no ayɛ kom
wɔyɛ kom deɛ communist bɛ dan dwori
lɛmɛ wɔnka hwee ɛne ma ɛkɔ so nyinaa mame one wode mame one yɛ mahama story akasa mame one just one statement ka kyɛ me na sɛ mu kura wɔn ankasa as the president of the republic otu so nipa ɛde kɔ GRA hwɛ deɛ boys kɔyɛ wɔ hɔ wote sɛ wakasa wote sɛ wakɔmɛnti wɔ ho sɛ nkɔra no munyae nkɔra no kɔ Ghana gas wote sɛ wakasa wɔ ho wɔn mu kɔ tɔ wote sɛ wakasa GNPC wote sɛ wakasa afɛn sɛ forestry commission wote sɛ wakasa ɔnka word eti a ɛmbɔdi nkɔla no boys no ɛne yɛyɛ yɛmpere they say nyama we kakra wo mu ye no e bia meka they say small lepers become big lepers and big lepers kill it is say nyama we wo mu ye ya won kahwe no wo mu de be ko pie no ho e wo Jubilee House ho na say ya wo ye mu say da mango ono ani fie e kakra bi nkakora yi no hwe water region eno achi ya atakrade hwe ayi e friend say central region eastern region be bia wo ye leader na sɛ nneɛma wo yi kɔ so no wo mia wa no na so wo nka bia ɛboro na ɛbɛba no nyinaa ɛbɛba bɛsiw na so nneɛma basa no nyinaa wo ɛna ayɛ the cause of the problem ɛti dɛm adeɛ na wɔhwehwɛ dɛm adeɛ na wɔn pɛ ɛti ne yɛn kasa nkyɛ dwomahama na wɔne ne boys ne nkasa na wɔn nyɛ saa nneɛma na wɔn yɛ no ɛnyɛ saa na ɛyɛ no democracy no ɛkyɛ sɛ yɛn nyinaa yɛn kyerɛkyerɛ yɛ adwene na deɛ dodoɔ no bɛfa no ne yɛ de ayɛ adwuma ɛti wɔyɛ a wɔn wi ne yɛn mpo ɛna wɔn yɛ basabasa yi. Can you imagine saying Kofo we are Kakoma Yetia? Omu Lucy, officer Kakoma Yetia. And in the money be a question and yet not about one say the loud silence of the media. The loud silence. Media na ya jum. And yes, story mobia. And yes, mobia. Media mia no young Kasa Munya woman munya. Now this MPP for a choir a police station. A office I can be. I can't watch maybe. Ati no nyama ni bi ho na nya mom ye nyina ye nkasa nye na omu nya de omu ye no ye fa say this coordinating council mo ko say ne ma ye chese a chese wo da chem a chese wo go use word bi abeka enti ayi pa aye is that how we go ya to aba wo ye nto aba ne bi ma ya to aba e wo friends say regional coordinating council. It's a me say ho for the simple reason say me ya macho me what ne ma betia bo sa na ebobra sa na ye no eju fi say sa de we omu ye e na ka obi ho ono so counter force bi a ono so de be ba de na expect kruma de be na o say expect kruma enti anya fe me point ni say enkofo we no ye NDC for no every time I run is by and or the adwene bi a show mu trim so obi a wo woska bi a yawi ana wo mani mre so wo be yadwuma de bia ni brepre oyaw ana wo mu a wo de tia eso obi wo toilet mi no fie kura wotimi ko no akotwa ato obi obotu mi no wotimi ko ese enti no omo adwene na wo mu tirim no aya bia ye ani brepre adwene se adan na wo so obi nya wei ana obi awieska ana obi akwakoye wei ano ko na wo mu tirim na kanya asem ne enka wo ho na wo ye wadwuma wo se ya wo ye wadwuma yi Ghana ye dia nya wo na obe your management Ghana yedin we dey accept say Ghana yedin and one obe manage how obe your expenditure right no wanya hwe wo pe carpenter for won ka ho mason for won ka ho hairdressers won ka ho carpenter won ka ho enti de bia no wo ti fie no a wono no ne dia ya aduane and e come there and abode boy yedin and adokno boy yedin anu kwa no mo de ti Ghana ase right enti me de mesre ya maka che Ghana for ne say ye nyina no ye momu ba ko ne enka se it's enough yen twasa ne ma na ye na ye basbasa ne so because investors omo be ba no omo ma o do you expect say investor bi di ni sika be ko iboko so kwa invest ana say de ekoso e wo other areas there is central region ne ade aho ye tourist destination pa afutunum ne ade obi so obi be ko ho so de ni sika ko ra ho e di ye nyina ye boa ne stop ade na e be boa ye ama kakra bi e be nya no yes yen saka ye na me interest no wo mu your interest home the more tourists be bano the more na miss me nyeska HSA me pama there e pama there ope bibia traditional way nim ne sa there me ye ho adwuma enti no se si ano so omu ja kwatra center ba me ho be cheme omu ja bonre ba me ho be cheme right enti o se me make sure say matia ye enti this for no enough is enough omu nya
point 1
omu nya say yam pene na ye nye say nya don pene there na
openyi me dase openyi kwasi cheda so be dase na on say on record no mami dikama mami ma independent candidate well Dr. Abraham Jemfi our lecturer or Amstead openyi makwaba good but before that madam I mean set the record straight here say now there are two pictures playing here. NDC is in power. Dwabrem ye Council of State. Na omoko boa omampanyino mutunefo. National interest first. NDC omoko election they will have certain expectation. MPP will also have certain expectation. NDC expectation is ideally yebenya ye ho nipa one omampanyi obetime tu omampanyi fo because ye ho nipa o support the policies ne niema omampanyi ne ba. MPP so feel say so ono soko ha ono so betime ama alternative suggestions and whatever bibi ekoso bi ono so betime ama bibi koso no feel say onye ne nya adwena I mean obetime obi ono so be the litmus paper obetime attest the policies and also between very good alternatives. These are assumptions from different parties. They are condemning the interruption of the processes, the electoral process. On any day, nobody will applaud, say, tuaba, na yebe boka a election, na yebe say processes no, na say to eno nobody will condone it. Me sure say even NDC in penny for ebe accept it. And I know the exact claim there. Me bajo openi out uni on a hand. It in no uncertain times me sure same penny for ebe support that right. That is where I sit. Into the yebe pick other.
Let's sell with all due respect. With all due respect, Mr. You know, you baby, I didn't free buy. We know it. Go on, the bus in the bar, no, and who be yes, I don't know. And the other says, you know, you see, I didn't ya, young Chenny and yai, and I didn't also know your cousin. I did situation now. I did situation and say, you bet Waba. And the Tuaba, I bet call Ben Kuma, I said the Kunifa. And in the memo, be a medical process, and said, we condemn, and a woman with this double process, and so young Kophobia. Omo the bus be see inside the yard. That is the process.
That's it. Sure. But I know we condemn it in certain terms. All right. Doc, you are Kwaba. If I will take on the Council of State elections, what's the general impression so far?
Medasi, my main fact cherish audience. Say at every point in time they make time to listen to us. It's an honor. I am not sure so to say any reasonable person here will support the fact to say there should be chaos.
Sir.
And I'm not sure there was anybody in Ghana or per se there be a young I don't know, but I'm very sure we feel to say the regional commander of police or something. In relation to this, the person has been if the power so be a supporter, they could have intervened with the decision. So allowing the person to stay aside, for me, is an indication. Say, even the government, those in government now don't even support what is happening. It's rather unfortunate. I said the last time, looking at how juicy being in governance, we are likely to be seeing a lot of these things, because obi abepe say obi okwa be benefiting ebeko. The last time no because so we should be closing the number of people who do this voting. Who by said then we enlarging to whatever extent. Ghanaians will be willing, they will find every way and means to be sure say their person goes there because where they
And we should be fortunate say we only have some few cases of this happening in Ghana. And until say your governance in such a way say wherever you sit, a Juma way going into government position, there wouldn't be so much difference. There wouldn't be so much difference in will benefit. See, a man 1 year de be so this chaos needs no money in basic because I have to go every extent to get a position. Better. We don't support what happened. We thank God they said the government, abandon independence in change investigation as to what led to this taking place. There be my problem with Ghana and they say you will see a process, you start investigation, nothing will happen. We have a number of them, a number of instances. A number of such has happened now. The Abatiansi has started investigation and be in Kosi. A better then and next time and to us soon see. Until we are hoping, say, at least for the first time of the investigation, I shall say no. Ebekwa could do the end in who say, Obi or Sasu be an Saka. And more China, we can be sure, say, nothing of this nature will happen again.
Right, Doctor, yeah, that's it. Yantuan Semenuso. Me sure say and Semono the idea him pay OSP ne can of yata hun senseme kosuno. OSP we declare can of yata as fugitive. Na ene de o sade ni mfonyi ni nyina ba abefu ntentan kase no so. Say ye hwehwe no wo dwane. Na sa action by the OSP no. Say I generate so many discussions from different perspectives. Ebi mu fu say guno pese o guno anim ase we ye anim guase kase ye de agu kenofuriata na ke hu hia say OSP be yes ani ma we nyina. Other factions feel say we dwane no very much aware say this thing was likely to happen. And you know you can't friend no say o kwabe of odwane. I mean that's what they are trying to say. And you know ene yebusa say OSP mama na manipulating na opeso using for political witch hunting and I say genuinely Mahama wants to bring him to the point of accountability. Is and say the you made the swawa and I say the you made the mawa edu baby a ho be hia say oba be you one say na be nko ya aso say e kwan a OSP e fa so no eye ana say enye me start from an independent perspective me hwe free doctor o sasemwe say na wo se honifa.
May I say for the opportunity once again. The intention as is being portrayed by us, they say the government in power want to recruit every looted money. And until me sure say nona ama OSP no take such a decision. Now for me, let's take the role of the OSP. Ever since Omote Sa Asweyeno Martin Amidu took over, we had a lot of issues that Martin Amidu did bar out from the office of the OSP. The intention, any onoko yene kisi ejabin ebaye, any what is happening. For me, it look as if we say Sa office no a useless office. That is from my personal point of view. Because ever since I saw office in the band, we are yet to see the real impact of that office. The question I'm maybe saying is Kise Jabe not just pretending, not just trying to pretend to be fighting? Because he has been silent for a period of time. The question we are asking is now opeso yes sir na kufa do na man kwan and now selfing when you are because this is not the first time. Issues are always are not new issues. They existed even when Uforata and some people were them. I don't know all this one shall say and raise. You know, there's always in no bad because so I want to do this, but the government is not allowing me to do it. In a abana corner we see and like yin so akuma permni adwene pamuno you were fighting. But all of a sudden until one can bet so Obi ya declare no say my memory they were form if you wanted so to say and then the images nyina e were around. For me, the intention have been very say at the end of the papa, but I'm yet to see the intention behind their oil. Is he trying to safeguard the position? See who so or boy Juma, let's maintain him. And now says to one pass or year Juma, and now say MP before now man of crime, I'm a one pursue whatever he's doing. In fact, it look a bit dicey. What his intention is, because all this why some people call ya penna at least for reata being.
Na enyo no na say or do baby no to ankwanuma ankwanuma no.
That's the point.
What is the implication of that song?
I'm say omo titwi pa no me ya kan de bet me twi nche da nye papa bebre nti me very sure say ebi on bet for me ebi na adwen mo no em say ya chiche ne nsa gunachi maybe he has nothing to do at the time so na we me hu no. If that is so nanka as a so out clear for us to know say na mehu in your man koye I want to take this action. The government is not allowing me.
So then could me follow Martin me do precedence.
For me, I know and can you come clear and can see ye and could be a new asamoka because what's the precedence no. But see and look as if say as you want to person we ye man ko who so ja NDC be mamia me ho anye bibia e I could be changed or whatever. For me it's good so be a wedi Ghana sika be and you pursue the person and take our money for us. Even if you want to imprison the person, for me, number one is kind of me and because we need the money than the Nipambeko prison. And no time can you go so be pursue your seeker. But me, for me, approach our the offer. Na yen to hoshe na say all of a sudden, boom, we pay back in a yes annual man. It raised a lot of concern. I say beer and yakuma pem in a other yes idea. He should come clear for us to know. Say be an akufado man, Mahama Natitino. It could be possible say be a Mahama Natitino, but on one case I want to stay relevant. Say, a person ye be na party who are buying who so a human will be to me aye. Na yamanati now. But until then, I say his pursuit over Ofuriata for me, intention is not clear to me, which we need to understand what he seeks to do. It's good so just can mind, but for me approaching now no, it raised a lot of concern. It may be now quite political, and when such issues become political, we don't get the best out of it. Oh, MPP and this MPP this and that about some not to go. Intino omi who clearly say only he should disassociate himself from these political issues, you know. Na ye who says he can or I think say that's what I would say for now.
Do you feel that it was too early?
For too early for me, it wasn't. My problem ni nyina say now when the trimusa and be pursue, he should have started some time ago. At least all my year who say why baby. One can hosh now you are coming out, declare him wanted. For me, he came out to say he wrote to Ofuriata, the lawyers responded say Ofuriata is not coming back into the country anytime soon. Indefinitely. He's not coming here anytime soon. Satisfied there, and now his warranted say OWUSU sa As to say that is the truth. We are also told they say Ofuriata wrote letters, sought permission, so concerning when Yariaba. Was it a way to run away from the country? Satisfied, I'm sure the lawyers knew we say or Kwaba. So why did they write to the OSP say he's not coming to the country anytime soon? Indefinitely he's not coming back. For me, even if he doesn't come, we can still pursue the case. I think there have been instances in Crawford outside the country, you do a massive waiting, say the Wintino OSP should pursue the case. He should calm down. Now on focus on the issue, no. Whether he's here or not, I'm very sure say they can still pursue the case.
For you, dear, you still feel say accountability is paramount.
And me not sure say even NDC for Quebec say will be I'm not sure. The here Ghana forces is can age. Yeah, the here can abobra.
Do you foresee say OSP under Mohammed's regime? Can we have an OSP? The sitting government, you know, over to me a charge before corruption allegations now. Over to me a night to me. Do you foresee that in Ghana anytime soon? To say Mahama Aben say do you foresee say OSP no? Ebe do baby no. Yeah, the corruption other corruption cases to Aben penny for Subia. Do you think so? The guts a bit me a pursue case
It's not possible.
If it's possible.
It's not possible. If it is, Martin Amidu and MPP time. Kise Jaben by. Maybe Oforiata has been there. Kise Jaben was there in the time of MPP. Say possible. I then know one yes, I not train MPP Fiabemas not about. Naturally say you cannot hold the people in governance into accountable, which for me is unfortunate.
Then why do you think that the OSPA is being manipulated? Because if clearly Ojune say is not possible for him to prosecute in court for under a government, now if then why are you complaining?
Me who say the issue
again? You feel say it was difficult to prosecute someone under that regime. Now, is it not the appropriate say when you have freedom to express himself? Why do you see anything wrong with it?
Then what is the essence of having such an office? Because the office is not a witch hunting office. Say yatina unkofufi abema yatata yomo. And don't tell me who say Kiseja Ben he's only pretending to be fighting corruption. Nothing will come out of it.
Right. Maminko your Francis Ona.
You see, a very important OSP issue. See, you're putting in proper perspective. But as a number OSP is the way so. And I say MPP for overquesi. You need Christmas. You need Christmas back Christmas near 19 a day and Azania Kotwaba. It is the washer I see was here Kakapano Bekawachapa because African year of February. Yenyanko baby. You see, I am not a year MPP for say a real fear one. Let me take us back into the memory lane. But before Kwado, my main corrector as your kind. Last week, number RCC Obia and say BBA original coordinating officer. I was there. You see, baby I'm to Abano. Baby I'm to Abano. Ena Oyenibaho. But to say that Obi say property of RCC is a lie. Because I'm over. Two, my main can't assume entry of a
yeah, also properties of EC were destroyed.
EC, but not anything RCC. That's right. So when you say that also RCC, also original court metro to Wazi, into now to Wazi, okay, cow, my main put issues in proper perspective. When him say, I was shocked when of Akwasi now it's not I can't say media now is silent. And this is also and yet 1 month, 1 week in here. What are you expecting the media to do? When Mobo Captain Smart, I was even shocked. Erastus Asari don't go. When him say Erastus, getting to the elections, he had to run for his life and go and live in a different country because of Galamsey issues. City FM or call National Security Head Office. Then you see, I am not here to rubber stamp anything that is wrong, but it is also important say you put the issues in right perspective. You're on my way. His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo MPP Babemu Regional Coordinating Council has RCC here Regional Security Coordinator ya bonidi a match for coaching ni free RCC Nana Akufo-Addo ye. We had a policeman at Flagstaff House MPP tax akwa coaching the free ho. What did the president do? Nothing. 3 okay mamia no nyema no ye jeja kiyemi court ha Odi asema MPP for kokochin obi free ho. What are we talking about? What haven't we experienced in this country? We had a president who was always sleeping on the job. You sit here today to condemn His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Issues nesha asiyeno. What can't IGP say you see, there's a difference between somebody who would openly come and stand out and talk and somebody who allowed the systems to work. Or say Ghana Police Service, it is in your hands to maintain law and order. No. Said your taxi IGP say issue a see that a killing is in election in 2020, any election 2024. So what taxi IGP say him? He could have set up another committee and says a committee negotiation, but it is the duty of the Ghana Police Service. It's the Ghana Police Service near Shehain MRDC. Now say one chirobia. Are you expecting the president to move from Jubilee House on for hank of Mego Insana? You don't do that. And so please, my main canchano, ebiom oka bokwasem. Me say you are just some 1 month in opposition. What's I say? Kasa say I'm even shocked. But me And no more communicator about Ellen Baku. She spoke so recklessly on radio about Boku issue. MPP was benefiting from that Boku instance. Boku has been there for a very long time. Then I'm yeah. Boku issue no, nimpempen so power wale. Anyone a vice president free. Then yeah. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama comes to office within 1 month. What by Yura was say, Yura, Mr. Boku issue no, Tisim near resolve it. You sit here and condemn such a man. And now sometimes I wonder the kind of environment or the kind of Ghana MPP people live in. As you say, at the end of the society now, look at how they are fidgeting themselves. Issues we are very focused. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and they can ask him because 1 month in office now, it looks to people like a 1 year. Why Nyoma na why no it does so much that in Kofofi say it is a 1 year. And when I'm married, because but me person me kind of say Christmas they have 4 years in opposition. Into 4 years in opposition, prepare here because this approach Ghanaians will forever remind them. One will Musa Dankwa post no diabano that in Greater Accra, one more no more supporting MPP no. Just within 1 month here, have all defected to NDC. Not even to say they are floating voters, because Oman will say Oman call for no na airtime. We have seen a lot in this country, Ghanaians have seen a lot under 8 years of Nana Akufo-Addo wicked government. Today you come and sit here and all of a sudden person painty to say just 1 month in office, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has committed crimes. We will forever remind them. Mame Fanto records to say the Minister for Education, as we're introducing PTA, Parent Teacher Association, and the teacher need to be His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, because you see, education is consultative. Today we are all complaining about the falling standards of our education. He should say the caliber of students who are coming in and the level of indiscipline. Time a doc ni mo mpanyifo am wa nyina na mo school ana PTA wo no wo akra wo ye bone na ye free PTA meeting na ma me ba teacher ni wo bo ma me ama na me boa under 8 years of Nana Akufo-Addo PTA otwa mu. What have we seen in this country? And so if less than 2 months you say we introduce PTA, we should applaud the minister and we should applaud His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Meaning I'm moving on to OSP issues. Yes, moving on to OSP issues. You see, OSP Act no. MPP and then Parliament pass the functions of the office of the special prosecutor are very, very simple. Meaning you are thrown in black and white page, and I think say ubia bitimi ehunu akan. Yes, say the functions of the special prosecutor no any kind OSP no office no ewo hu kwan ewo hu tumi say Obey investigate no prosecute cases of alleged or suspected corruption and corruption related offences under the Public Procurement Act. And you didn't kind. Yes, OSP no has the powers to investigate and prosecute allegations of corruption and corruption related offences under the Criminal Offences Act. Yes, I say, Osa will to me so or investigate and prosecute alleged corruption and corruption related cases involving public officers, politically exposed persons. When you see no, over kind functions of the OSP. Article 3C or say investigate and prosecute alleged or suspected corruption and corruption related offences involving 1. Public officers, politically exposed persons and persons in private sector involved in the commission of the offense under any other relevant law. And I met Nahama Mayor spokesperson for the OSP. Asimbiano, you were the form and the substance of it. Perhaps, and I would agree with Doc, the former OSP OWUSU bo papa ikwedu or wanted or whichever no, we can question it. But the substance of it near then. The substance is that papa ne digana bone. I am surprised say all of a sudden MPP for astate kasetia kisia jaben and no more kasa papa no you on resign na juma wo ye no you all talking about it. Who appointed Kisia Jaben? Do you remember the kind of attributes that His Excellency, the former president, Nana Akufo-Addo, about or he made about Kisi Ejaben when he appointed Kisi Ejaben? That office of the special prosecutor was not created by NDC. It was not created by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. It was created by the MPP under the leadership of the former president, Nana Akufo-Addo. We had the first OSP describing the president, sitting president, as a mother serpent of corruption. You know what Martinamidu? Or describing His Excellency Akufo-Addo as the mother serpent of corruption. Or then in Sako car case be an involving Yera Yao or Safuma for pet. You know, starting Yasem. That was one. Two was Kenoforiata. I think it had to do with the Japan royalties notes. There was one of those cases. Or then Sako Kaya pet. Then they started. Agent so Emma Pape, Ereza in Hufrimu, say Pontius Pilate, my Romansa, MPP new OSP Assembly, by him who Hufrimu. And His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo, using his powers, appointed another OSP. You remember the very infamous case of One Mahama Yariga? A case. That was OSP now. Prosecuting members of the NDC. But on him, creating OSP, in some static course, what we the NDC said was that OSP no, a good sawaba. But there are 1,001 cases a good tables onion deal with. And until he goes into those issues, it will be difficult for him to even go after any other person. And he realized that corruption no ne one ne MPP aban. See Francis Victor Salome. He was arrested and jailed. Victor Salome, His Excellency, the former President Kofo, or Jiskani state no. Ejeli papa no wabra na papa no oxygen tank is in hwena no e won sawam. So what is different about Kenoforiata? Who the hell is Kenoforiata? And you feel say Kenoforiata is above the law and Kenoforiata's lawyers can write to OSP and tell him say the man is not coming into the country anytime soon, indefinitely. What? Who is Kenoforiata? And I say and Nana Akufo-Addo. We have said it. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama a track record when it comes to prosecuting his own appointees. Yekai Mame Victoria Hammer. Or then I know Poko can say Minya $1 million. Why no? Or then I know she had to resign. The president forced her to resign. Yekai Abuga Pele. He was prosecuted under John Dramani Mahama. John Dramani Mahama wouldn't be a clearing agent too. He will not be a clearing agent. We are not and let me put it on record. John Dramani Mahama has nothing to do with the Office of the Special Prosecutor. You remember, Office of the Special Prosecutor was taxed. That was the first time Yehu's president has intentionally written a letter for the former president to be investigated. It never happened in this government. It never happened in this republic. Akufo-Addo was the first person to set that president. He wrote a letter instructing, through Director of Communication, Eugene Ahin, instructing the Office of the Special Prosecutor to investigate the former president for Airbus. What happened? The Office of the Special Prosecutor came back to exonerate the man. So today, if Kenoforiata is facing the same thing, why would you sit here and say John Mahama wants and I say Abino and Eden and say Kaka Special Prosecutor? No, I have said that there's a form and there's a substance. Probably the form is wrong, but what is the substance? The man has embezzled funds. The man has misappropriated funds. He's a former finance minister. If you think you are innocent, come and then just come and then exonerate yourself. You've been invited, brah. But if your lawyers tell us, say, indefinitely you are not coming to this country, we will chase you. And we declare no wanted. No. So when it's on your wanted, no, he should come to the country. And when he comes, he will stand and face the law. And your President Akufo-Addo no offer. And there was to be it's a new government, and Ghana is on the reset agenda. Reset agenda, no. John Dramani Mahama said, and you even heard the chairman of the NDC say, obey bibia, even if you are in the government, you will not go scot-free because we mean business. That is the difference between the NPP and the NDC, and that is what Kwesichei, NTASIA, and Ehawomo. Inti Yera Kenoforiata die. Kwan bia so he is wanted. He will come and answer to all the monies he embezzled. And two, Yasa Trose, Sa NSS scandal, no. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama see investigating the over 81,000. Meaning, we have calculation. Nipo the fan say 80,000. Nipa multiply by 700. Take the 15 off.
Right.
Nipo bakubia.
Right.
Take that per month and look at the dreamer. Your worry. Look at the dreamer. Can Nanabi? Look at the dreamer Mustafa Hamid.
So, Mama Francis,
we are going to prosecute
I think point with me. That's it. Mamembra, opinion question now.
You need to be more than how I drink a seat. No credit, I mean, may you mammy and be a few. Erastus, and was 1 year safe under NDC because of that. Galamsey na Omuyana, OWUSU Awakan one seminal, or see 1 year safe under NDC. I told him, you know, please, me, I want to make Kaza. Me, I want to make Kaza. And I told him, you know, me and he said, me, baby, about Boko. Boko, no, and then I make about Boko. You will say, Upi say Kazakasa Kosuno, Obi or investment or the Bakoana. 18 minutes of my ye bibi, Maka bibi about Boko, a yet anything serious. Say, we cry. Asumdwe enim ekura basbasa womuno eyade a betimi aka se obie no ode ne sika be kwa akose ho enam se nanse yamu gas ya wo mu ayi nas for ya wo mu post wo mu yi there were almost about 3, 4 or 5 of them ya wo mu nyina wo kumase ha ye post wo mu to sa area ho boko ne walwal ho ne ade ga ne ka plane said that ko se boko na me kode a ene na sa dwuma no majai but ho ne ya post wo makoto obusa question ne sa adentina onkola na gas na wo mu free boko na wo mu ne wo mu wie school no wo mu wie nursing college wo agogo training college no ade na wo mu free kromo de wo mu nko na ye na wo mu pese ye ko enti no bibi ba na se ya de ye basbasa ya de a ha o mani nyina I think that is my point and am pese me ka wo ho na to so mi ansan so waka bibi se education no ko form no wonim de waka Ghana enya the best resource I think say third in Ghana na me bo lecture no who say resource buy no and basasa and this mom na what the worst resource buy when it comes to BEC. He knows it. It will be cut say resource buy and as education standard make up from one. And no cresa. The results are there for everybody to see. And we did this a hono, met me for one afe, met me at TS in Mako, baby akana was a meko. That also be you, Mahama Nankasa. I wish an insemu. Obia wo ye corrupt. Eh Mahama. Ne niema bia wa ye bia ye onzo wadwane wote wote teme me bato awa ose akufado me bato okay wow you see me bato teme tama me bato teme wo say wonu wakofa was shooting himself in the foot. It's a court of competent jurisdiction be and prove say we are guilty. Only guilty. But what I may say, men I make come out and me one neka. There me say, what is them we kase? Operator, what me one na me kasa? What here catch say? What them one na okayo? Me ko baby o. What say? Operator we corrupt and we way and we commit crime. Any other. It's it me ba on crime. Myself, what's why you are committing crime also obey no. When me more voice in the back, I don't know any actual. Let's play back. If you know no, what name the work and work as idea. But point and say, what declare man no guilty? What brought on face court? What declare guilty? What brought on face court?
Onyen declare guilty.
Oh, me pato tie voice na work. I was so bad. Why you way?
Tani me Kenya alleged.
This man didn't use alleged. Me pato. Minimum. I know them. Jawu mama me so. I know them. They were me kasa no. Omo penti obi a black. Nipa no on face court. You prove the guilty. But the picture what penti wa them one say obi a oye nipa boni ni awadi Ghana wu. Enti yanko fa no mra na anye ni say. But won say me bia ma no ka Muhammad na hey onya korop. Sa na tie. Abi bia no pulu ne lexa no wasutu ne ho. Wonim sa de a wo ka no nya no kra. Wonim sa de a wo ka no nya papa. Akọ no ho de a anya problem. But ye no mu be kọ ne sa. Ana anya de a obi a bibia ha no. Point na ne say bibia no obe ya ye betra se ahwew. Say because we are NDC inti koso na ye. We want. Ya hwe no Airbus mu. Ama special prosecutor be ka je say sika no de ya je. Na mo se bi kodi no ho no ane anim. That is what he said. Sikano deɛ happen. Ɔso ɔno afa plane. Ɛde kɔ landing hɔ. Ekosia Mahama nua no. Ɛma Mahama nua no wɔne ne didi nkɔmɔ. Ɔba yɛ no na ɔbɛyɛ ne report no sɛ the money is no deɛ yagye 5 million euros. Na wo a woyɛ director. Na director watimi yɛ di business anim na 5 million euros akodi baabi na aka sɛ wɔnyɛ bia. Sɛ ne Ghana fo na ne yɛbɛgya ade ama wɔ mu. Enti no kakra deɛ ɛbɛba ne side. But my point I make can say, what do you mean can't tell me say, Mahama wanya will be our or your client agent. And then the mother of client agent, mother serpent of client agent, no, I am Mahama. My memo boss when I may fan show. You gonna ha, and yes, in cophobia dear. Yes, I see a year no ye pay sika. See as will be dear, will not be fair sika, I am Kodia dear. The first case I said in Tamaklu. And this, Mahama, I didn't buy it. Said in Tamaklu, 700 million Ghana cedis. 700 million. Focus kada denum. Focus kada denum mame. 770 billion. Sikana won kwache chema baby e jane se ye kantamanto fo jane se ye no. O chemu 2 million pe. Dia kaning no kodi. Dia kaning na o de bi kwato bank bi wo adwira ho baby e na akiri wo san me ye de be sia no filling station e won kran. One first kana anya adwuma. Ene ya try no in essential. O jane se America. Ono kra na nka wo se Mahama de ne first point of call. Some me banu me baje Ghana sika maye. Now this says 770 billion. Dey na ntimi nya maye. Dey be na ntimi nya maye Ghana ha. A clear case of the port calling the kettle black. Momu timi ka corruption ho asem. NDC, please. Omu pe baby ntra kra na Ghana fo asem nyi omu. Afa na omu shase omu clear crofo na ka yakofa friend say attorney general ba. Attorney general won call office crowd. Cases are wo there wo di animu. Ano na woko yi wo mu nyina firi wo so mu nkɔ. Ana wo ba betrase aka corruption wasem. Mahama ba ye, edi kan hwɛ asaglement. He has spent sika $200 million. Me pa chotie. $200 million. Yesi ye pedan kwa 5,000. Edan ya wo mu sase so wo mu si 1,200. Di wo mu timi wie ye no ye 680. Sika $200 million no asa. Edan na ye ntimi ansi. Eyi SF for kwhwɛ ye no mbeka che say se betimi asi even at all 650 no kra no ye betimi a complete a just wo munya another $57 million asa na complete when ya confessing o a wo ba beka o tell obi so ye corrupt $200 million no ase opuni ani segu adongo agongo aseden 271 million Ghana cedis fako sikada da no mu ni nhwe billions of cedis sai akofo no se ya wo mu sika no ase atwesian ono ene yakoyi no out of 8 obi ano ye second deputy Bank of Ghana governor ya onam ne so na UT bank guye enam so na Uni bank guye sa akofo papa we ye oni 8 others yakoyi no e de na free court ho e de na ba be ye governor of the Bank of Ghana it will be them say please
Atwesian was not a guy.
I friend say Asian Asiama sorry Asiama me pato fetch me Asiama Atwesian kwa de so makoja no Asiama na meka what I say Asiama wo masika me pato muteni yo wo masika 660 million over 660 billion Ghana cedis so cedis 660 billion sika no ahye yakoyi no yeso wonfa ne honkodi onfa ne honkodi and Thompson ya wo mukoja na nanse ya Senate for project a umukoye ma Senate $66 million. Ase ya jano so onko. Ya jano so onko. Within 1 week or 1 day, your friend say one exit. Obia onko. Japa. Ya okuta tuo de na mukofo fie. Japa one ato person. Wo mu koto ambulance mreye. Ambulance amukoto e mu akofa pan no car. Ambulance na ma. Car no so a yesika so ayensanka. 2.37 million euros. Sikana se. Who bet me a catch and say papa we be fight corruption. A papa no be fight corruption no. And I bet me a moral justification be pass or con corruption. How is he going to do that? It is sika we nyina over $400 million. Sika ya kekabo mu. Over $450 million US. I say yes we move fan kodi. All the catch and say papa we e fight corruption. Or fighting is saying Adia ba kwa oka ye say obey install discipline in the youth. Discipline na obey install youth mu. Vama wo ene ne gas yi akoye ne ma basa gina court. Wakoja wo muso mu ko. ade anka bɛyɛ example to the youth sɛ wokɔyɛ basawasa yɛbɛtwe waso no ɔse saa nkɔda na ɔmu kɔtutu police fo kii ɛkɔyɛ nneɛma basabasa no nyina ɔnkɔ ɛfrɛ no sɛ kwaku buae ɔne ne kyama ofoso ampɔfo ɛkɔsi sɛn wɔsɛ wɔm nkɔ ne nyinaa no ne sɛ ɔno na ne yɛ ɔmu lɔya ɔno na ne yɛ japan nom lɔya atofoɔ sen lɔya ɛfrɛ no sɛ tami photo ɔno na ne yɛ ɔmu lɔya ɔkɔ gya asɛm nom na woputu a behavior wei a na waka kyɛm sɛ wɔbɛfight corruption ma memmra papa ne so ayi ɛfrɛ no sɛ kisi agyaban obia ne hɔ wɔne ne wɔ case o obia ne hɔ wowɔ adeɛ bi a wopɛ sɛ ɔhwehwɛ mu a wowɔ kwan sɛ ɔhwehwɛ mu meme ne problem ba point no ne sɛ andisifoɔ ni kwan sɛ ɔmu play god tam ɔbaeɛ ɔbɛka sɛ mahama wanyi sika no bi no ɔm sɛ no deɛ ɔmu yɛ dwom ɔbaeɛ na ɔbɛka sɛ mahama sika no kakra kɔdii ne hɔ a ɛka bɛte asɛm mu bɛka wɔ dɛm ase me point no ne sɛ obie ne hɔ ɔyɛ investigation ɔba bɛyɛ announcement obie ne hɔ ɔyɛ investigation ɔba bɛyɛ announcement ɛna nipa no a wɔsi wɔyɛ wanted no wode ne bɛtena wɔ anim ɔpaa na ɔbɛkasa agye sɛ obi a wɔnim mmara no na ɔbɛkasa biara sɛ deɛ ɔpɛ ɔpaa na ɔbɛkasa ɔpaa ɔnkasa because Ghana mmara no sɛ polisifoɔ bɛkye wa ne yɛde wokɔdu police station a adeɛ a yɛka kyerɛ ne sɛ you have the right to remain silent for anything you say can be used against you in the court of law there is nowhere a wobɛtumi aka sɛ ɔmmra ɔbaa no waforce no sɛ ɔmɛ answer questions ɔansa ma wae wabra wo wobɛtumi ayɛ investigation you can try people in absentia it can be done girl wey you try no wa me patro no wa enti no wanema omu yɛ no kra dem obi ne wɔte ase obi oyɛ lawyer ni papa bia no say man no yɛ consent na me kwasi che you investigate me wo hwehwɛ me nsɛm no wɔbɛgyina platform so abɛyɛ announcement sɛ me hwehwɛ wo nsɛm no wɔ paper bi dadam ha sɛ me ba bɛfa akɔtitim investigation de wo ya ɛhyɛ wo ho na wɔyɛ wadeɛ kakra nti wo ba yɛ no na ko bɛka kyerɛ sɛ nipa no ahwehwɛmu a yɛayɛ no yɛho sɛ yɛacharge no for crime wei for doing this for doing that enti yɛcharge you for crime na ɛna no na wobɛtumi abɛyɛ fugitive girl na side nam tamakro no ɔno nɛnɛ yɛbɛtumi adiscover as a fugitive of the law because he has already been jailed yɛacharge no yɛdi nasɛm ɛna wɔdwane akɔtena baabi this girl can be discovered as a fugitive a wɔdwane away from the law but papa yi deɛ no ne sɛn the chief of staff former chief of staff ɔma ne letter sɛ ɔhwɛ ne ho yareɛ deɛ ɔwɔ sɛsi yi debra ɔma ne letter ne doctors report aba lawyers nso de report aba obi ɔka kyerɛ sɛ lawyer ne sɛ ɔmba ɛyɛ indefinite no ɔboa tell them lawyer no letter no ɔtwerɛeɛ no sɛ if they can give them a date in March mepatɛ ɔhwɛ letter no the letter from them Evans the per letter no a lawyers ne twerɛ kɔmaa no what if they can give them a date in March one can say indefinite obi enu wakasa and this is for trona doso and trona doso and na de nkyeremu agya nkyeremu for and na Ghana ha sei me pa twesa letter no ma no nkan twesa letter no na wo mu twode ma special prosecutor no pe letter no nkan no mu nyase wo mu tia na ntro nko ane ade what if they have to give them a date in March so March no ebe no because already no letter na free hospital ne buy no almost or undergo a friend saying or undergo treatment be na be a possibly no ebeko to e be a operation and as a surgical operation and be bisa and no kan enti ba bia ni ho a waka se o mapio na investment o krom a wo fi say yaketwa and waka se o call mapio not special prosecutor so say what do we of you or kasa basa and what they take
opeji
but then fine
let me wait of the whatever
opeji
wait of the opeji whatever wait of the
nani na ho
we until wait of the also
and fine the mechanism the
wait of the
mechanism na no say ade a wo ye no enfam na kwam
obetimi a kyerɛ adwene baba ka so di wit of the
me tell wo hwɛ dani na aye san
dabi
oda ma ye hwɛ aye san no ye o
obanyu tamas
mo me kan ye fancy to dua sɛ kisi agya be no oni ahoden saa ɛna mmra no ayɛ de ma no mmra no ma no ho kwan so to anya court na be declare bi wanted a ti ayi social prosecutor ntimi declare bi wanted na me nem de nti a friend say lawyers no so ti wa wo mu hwe no ma na ye de opay bana ko so ko masi no wo ne Japan nyina o se ka bana o masi wo mu no mu de o fa proper law no hu se mra ne de adwuma wo pese o prosecute obi na wo all ingredients a wo betimi ahwehwe na de na court o wo ha oni ha wo betimi adi asem no ana wo ka se wo mra no me answer questions a me say busa police ni bia buso ayi judge bia na se busa lawyer bia wo betimi abetra wanim say 3 hours no hwe wo say ya we are not no comment no aso ko obende you cannot force anybody to give evidence to you it will be normal support to na future investigation what investigation you kra wo kan wo de ko cancel be say 9 mutimi mo charge ba ko kra wo so eno an say me suspect say ade we ya wa ye no enti so it is suspect nko na de adwuma enti be say kisi twa so na ye wadwuma na wo person o ye prosecutor a state prosecutor me say aye mo say all right. Case ben what you prosecute. Right. On prosecute case be ada.
Yo, watch Yo, therefore, what's a good so to Dwabrem Encomo OTEC 102.9. Yakojin Kratwaba, Yaba Edin Commode Betuaso.
Order for Mammy Missa was sembio. The Baina Ope Bresse, Oko Nipeduamo. Said you nipeduana kwa na ho odin sitie obrabo osa cholesterol anasade dudu ewo mu o blood group o genotype so ye AA AS ana SC sabre may comfort by Grace Medical Center the amount say enhwemu bia bramye nchen ma ye nhwemawo ka kra ye de kwa ye de bampo ebra no ye de kofi tem kwese bibia de ye na ye nipadua ye de ne kode ne ba bomoti ase obehwehwemu ententem na bibi siewu a ye hu ne ntem ye timi aso no by Grace Medical Center ewo Kumasi Breman DVL ne nchen pe ose kodwe area wa bibia ni amienkasa 0244 97 68 05 bio 0244 97 68 05.
Opese ukwa brochire kwa yedwuma ana ukosua de emfo ani nkyere baabia esan se Yejima Travel and Consult abama se wo bebo wa mo akontuo ho nhihye ye beye fofofo Yejima Travel and Consult ma akontuo ye simple kra esan se wo kanyumaku akukudamwo wo manyi mu adi amanfo tu kwan no ho oh enanu ya Ghana Tourism Authority abo na yabaso se 2024 best traveling agency in Ashanti region enam wo modern bonti Yejima Travel and Consult Edin Kwada wo bo homodin pa wadisuam nansu sikasemunti watifie toto no akọ Canada brechimemu a wo koto wa adisua so enti se wo pese wo kọ Canada UK USA ana Asian country bia so no Yejima Travel and Consult bayen krata sem nyina ma say ye visa passport birth cert hotel any flight reservation obaye ni nyina kama ma bra Yejima Travel and Consult eneya na yemfiri wa kwantuo krata sem no ho hyehyɛ Oben Yejima Travel and Consult wo Kumasi North Central so and Boasi Zongo Yak Towers and now ube fresh 0552 098 298 Yejima Travel and Consult wa kwentuo mu boafo
Adeshemaima Valley View University suapon a agidin na aginhini ewo man mu watete anim defo bebre ya wode onim de eboa o man Valley View University etete ma wo yemu a enti ba bia wode certificate be kono ye so wo so achechefo a wonim de no se ni ma de kire e na kire de e wosuapon mu Valley View University e kire de sua de edidi suyi MBA Strategic Management MBA Banking and Finance MBA Human Resource Management MEd Administration and Leadership MEd Curriculum and Instruction any MPhil Curriculum and Instruction waya postgraduate diploma in education ne nyina waya no kwasi adanko a waji first degree bia se eye first class second class upper any lower nyina wasanya BBA Human Resource Management, BBA Banking and Finance, BBA Accounting, BBA Marketing. Valley View University aya top up Emma HND holders and ukwasi adanko an wachran wade waje SSC yabodin krata na SSM Maths, English and Integrated Science wunya grade A ekosi D wasi abodin krata Maths, English Integrated Science SSM wunya A1 ekosi C6 sa na SSM we electives non so ye waje mature students na SSM wadi free mfia dionunum eko waye BSc Nursing and midwifery waye access course ema woni okuta hack and knack na ɛsɛ sɛ wayɛ adwuma bɛn mfie mmiɛnsa na wo an no nso ɛyɛ adwuma.
Valley View University yewo Odium ye ben real line obetimi afre yewo 0265818266 anase 0244786372.
Valley View University suapon mu okunini no.
Upgrades are nice, but stepping up is woohoo! Because when you upgrade with GoTV, we'll step you up to the next package. Upgrade today to get more than more with Step Up, where if you're on GoTV Plus and upgrade to GoTV Max, you'll get even more with GoTV Super. Get big value, get big entertainment, get stepped up to even more with GoTV. Upgrade today on the My GoTV app or visit GoTVAfrica.com. Terms and conditions apply. Offer ends 31 March 2025.
Setting the trends that others can only follow. OTEC 102.9 FM, the pride of Ashanti. Dwabrem.
Kashi, good afternoon. I'm about to jump on my Santana Ghana Manina. Ghana for Ubia Nti. So by an esni, Ubako police, Ubako immigration, as a permanent befia. A whole and albums a Ghana for a mistake. I got to about Bonnie, I'm in this Abino. Into Ghana for Mudabedis, a permanent befia last 2 years.
Good afternoon, Dr. Cash. Begin the Mr. D.Y. as I'm free. I will care. Egi, Minena Agine. Say cases no care mono. President in New Horse. At day, what no do see sooner? Who could you case ma? Unkobuna Mania and Sana, Waba Bonte. There be as well, kind of Saku, Kinesa, baby. Bye bye.
Oyibo Boateng medro de nebe na memfasa akonya wis na mencha media patrons nyina mecha obia media message abambo for say police for more buying pa na council of state aban so mo be kan ya mo buying yempe basa yempe se be wi say o masa disrupt se be process na be hard pa Oyibo Boateng nebe
Patrick Nyanza OWUSU mo penem gina me kase na majo so thank you mamencha MPP media patriotic na patrons na awie yi won sema amabobo so e chire prefer say NDC for eye digana fo nyina ehwemo because o hwe adwumayefo ya yafa wo mu a wo mse obi ankofi a no kwasem eye o haw kase pa because 24-hour economy na so fa bi gum enwumre anopa fo nyina ntimi nkobi na we de wuyi wo mafiri wo de a emu owerem.
Good afternoon. Na me say sham kasa fi oboase. Ewe mpasa akwanso mencha no apamfo nyina. Mencha la Justin Kodia, General Secretary MPP. Hey, Ghana for nu omu so mutu abama NDC. Sanse hwe ne nurses ene ye pam omu yo. Hey, teachers allowance, nurse allowance ye mo twam. Ghana for nu omu papa ene dum so ya sa babiem. Ghana for ya so den.
Again, also, class as being counted with Bujafunia and Wakaba, so Gadia, Dr. Cassu, Bia, so Namion Canon, no shall no more home bank from Mabel. Your best Ura Mahama. Yet to Abama, so remember man, they won't tell you. Yet you don't know what the bad radio, so the bad social media, and yet, and no young I have you. Yet Cassu be a Bonia Monchino. But Sanyama was in a moon here to Boya Mania crowd. 1 year, the Abama, my Hotono.
Big outini nana so big for company so edi o manisika so ye NDC ni o so ye MPP ni o e wose ye je ne de boa am man no etimi etumpon na OSP kangaroo style OWUSU efa oforiata hono yesre no onchechia break no to ne bo anya hwehwemu pampe se de be ya na kwani bia wasa asemu no ebetimi ababetoja
afọ akwakro no ebesre Ghana mpanifo ayeye sikara munsuni modibie ye nje moye bia mo mano na bi fo ne fa nipa na we be yini free ho sa na afiaso nse hunu sa sebe aden penfo mudi aboro sa o man ye mudi a o na kada ko be timu nzo go se mo nken
ofa memo modjuma ama kwam lekoni bosom twen communications officer mencham regional chairman na kwasi na me regional minister honorable Dr. Franka Makohene na council of state abide me dem gidi se yedema chamo former chamo bimpa bibia so metimi akonkan amna timi akwakoboa president John Dramani Mama ama na nusu ade hunu se obehye Ghana ama Ghana fa no tuma pafila no bibia so timi akoso kama ede amaye mo na nyamenya adwuma.
OTEC 102.9 FM, the pride of Ashanti.
Dwabrem.
Yo, for wasugusu auti. Dwabrem. I have rusu gidi. Yamane bofo nana kokoto ewa ahoma so or the Council of State about to so te baby akosie or the provisional results no ebebre nana kokoto misa mo adwubie mo
Ajuse Bumenia.
na boko de
Yami adon bibia boko.
se se de megidi ye se bibia e ya ba na wiye manyante ye se provisional results na bana asemini mu nkyire mu ni sei boye mu kakra
Yamma na bi yesa ye ka se why sorting akan abanu nyina bi aka se abato komisa e de emma no certified results na betu ja afene mu sa abato komisa pani no was sane from one and when pen to be na certified results no dey to ja but before that no you know say Ora also be ngile bi ni NDC regional chairman na kwesi 100 no mabusi wa ha obusu se wono bibia na wono di nklimti e twen certified results no say abato komisa pen for bobo ba and officially we don't know anything but provisional results e ba no point to the fact say Ora also be able to get the or council of state about to him ntinya wanwa say by na ora ya also be ele na kwesi wono ebusi yen ntie say also be penya man 45 results and Nana Cancer Bozonia 39. The trainer about to commission at limit to actually say certified every the also much about the are also must sign carta, not candidates, agents, editing, and some put on a declaration the bar one editorial sample almost sanity. And put some results here being Sabato commission Yamma be answers within Lima, intimate as soon as you are benching and the train. I think about to commission penny for the Babacasa. Near on the car. Sabaton or Magia to add results not to one or many to one, yet the Munchim everywhere.
Yo, Entino, we should say provisional results in the chess NDC, you know.
Yes, based on the provisional results, NDC,
na se bibia penchen na se bibia nyama bibia kosoko asumjiwa. Oh, okay, all right. Entino, yedu besia, entino yebesa frɛ kopin se yebisa beka certified results no from easy no Majwa Osaba
na twaso emaye abusia ye kodwa so na eniama papa wo dwa so yakwa kyerɛ baabi a benya bia toybo no san wo fom osbel meter se woni hwade hu so besi dan na bemu a baabi a wasa wo ba na wo man cement no de achi na wo agama no de no ane osbel limited we no ope solid ope hollow 5 inches 6 inches 4 inches ni nada obenya bi ade ama pavers no de bi na wo pe bodin to din de wo pe biada osbel o bi e wo ho obenya bi de ama de ba ko ne sa wo ba ahabo sam ni wom gasam smani jata smani nada akompa enti machine so ne de 20 we be ko na yegu ho kra na wa eni kenti wusidani we na plaster ya eho akono osbel ho kwa na betumi atode ye papa sei ade ba kwa osbel ye akono efe ense wo pebia wo no abisa so plot ne wo hen no asade akwa kogja o ka no aka no de akwa kogja wa sikatue biada enke ho ye kira kwa ne wakasudu kasia bebia nanano mozami fodan ne wonu aye no na ehwe ne mu yemfre teacher osbel na blocks no papa yankwaje ye de 0244 377 612 and 0244 043 E05. DHI College of Health and Education samen kancho se courses ahodo bebrenua na wonom ade aba wonya bi ye bebo pa why certificate in dispensing assistant no e ya feba kwa control dispensing technician 2 and 3 top up no organize weekend classes in betumi aba be bi medical sonography de kan se ultrasound no eno ya feba kwa control brabesua de sterilization processing technician no man be ye adwuma wo lab theaters ahodo instrument ahodo be use ni nyinada e ye bosomi ensia into ye nurse ye midwife kwanya ni ne brabesua de na wo certificate no emu akwa akoyedu environmental health diploma in education early grade education sign language ni nada courses ahodo DHI College of Health and Education wanom ekere wo ho say wa pa kire fo betumi acha physics and chemistry ede o mako US abroach mem akwa kire de wo ho we wado fa kwan papa so na Trump ampamo DHI nkwa na betumi aye we nim nada de ama wo wasanso apadwumafo de o mako Romania mo amobe na this construction workers welders electricians plumbers cooks munyina mo ka ho momra na DHI College of Health and Education yemfa monko Romania utiemia SSC 5 passes wasi 5 passes macho student fo nyina momra na ye bachelor mom patasi ye ben Holy Mary restaurant no ahoma ne 0244 213-187 and 0276-221-939 and 0273-635-765 Nani DHI College of Health and Education and Kasa abapa mosa prema fu adwa de yenye di ene kwadwa kwakofa niema no de ebone wo forma baba pankwa na untumi mampa bobode wo pani nyina ma no wono aba shop no naka na deliver e de abro location babia wo bia asodum niema de na wo pe kettle rice cooker blender microwave oven no na e ma non stick na bi use light e bi so use light ni nyina da ye wo bi e wo TV na fridges no ana washing machine no abapankwa na krom ha wo mo de portable washing machine buy na ebo no 399 Ghana cedi ai brabaje wodie nyama bia wo po bia bomade asahwe a chakwan no e wotafo mouth we sakasaka park hwa e hwa na ebutu aye adwuma na Hepa Plus live band nso tu etua live ayie wo beto pono wedding bia fra wonum wo pe wo makrom ha wo mo bonyo pa latest bia wo beto de ama wo de ne na Hepa Plus live band ne kanfo wo mo de ndede nimti wote hɔ na wo giwani a wasom dwo wo wie no asokora anya wo ya krofo de ya dede wo mo dodo nchema live band ne de wo mo de wo mo da mu fu amrante ne maba wa no ogina simpie so no odi agro na wa bedi o madi sansa wonim de wo ye ahomani ni 0593 386 133 and 0593 391 848 wo from on my one budget was sododo the man was event nie na no fiada pa OTEC FM ya ne by Grace Medical Center kabo mu vast day ni yedi wo fi ha wo ba ha se ya hu wani so ade the man was na be da koni nyina ene balloon sane na wiemu ani red and white no so sane na mu ani the man was some kancho se wo wed na aye wo top no program bi a wo pe bi a wo po bi obebo deko no obi enwa na nani age a eno ani the marvelous event or plan e coordinate or direct into ono wo ye bibia bi wodura no manyi station ho bisa akwada panyini wo bi anim ba bi a the marvelous wo won ma homa ni fra wo mo kase wo ti wo tech na adwo aboda wuro wunya kan ya discount no wo de ama wa anisa ahoma ni 0245 628 485 and 0539 926 468 ofra the marvelous event one more ebejo so sister spices ni nie ena wo ye aduane opasa ni suo no eda no use sister spices one madaruma eno the sisters mackerel no ba ye yagetu mmo no no madwere ye ho a kofa spices we bia ba we wo pe go to die bi wom flavors no mo pe fish no ebi wom mo pa kokode flavor ebi wom wo ya abomu ebi wom beef no nano na nkrofo obisa adwo na beef flavor wo mu na mestro sister spices ne de eguma hodro de mabobo nyina wo benya flavors ne bi na de ye aduane mo ye restaurant wo ye aduane wo fie wo per spices a ye natural bibia ye natural dia enoa and sister spices wo dura duma pampa so ye wo ho pizzas Roman Hill swami dwom na fi bantsema dwom eho nyina butu ho a ye ton bie enkanfo monko CNB anokenshi ahomani ni 0243 353 5025 and 0279 140 940 wunya fra sister spices ya baje woso medafo wanya nuro ni bia nom die eno na ye ntasa no Hepa Plus pa v na ne plasmos da bia meka enadwo ya ya hye na wotwe fofora si ya nya binom fiasom no ebo adwuma pa o ya bisa mema ne hwe wunya fra doctor be ma formula no de tu akire wo na akoro no meso immune system ni nkoyie ya na ma yade bebre twema na ba betena se na twetwe ni nuanom ba ma immune system ni nya ba bi nsi na general wo bi no enye bonus emfa emanroi ni nso ho sanso na ne topa ye ewo ho Ghana ha de ba bi atonto ba bi duro ni abrofo duro bowura ho je wo de abobobi nanom na abedi adanse bia no ha bi ntu nya ya nka ne doctor nkasa be kasa 0542 778572 and 0542 807 907 and 0591 367 898 one doctor Hepa Plus bekasa na enupa papa no amobi na wabobo bia nunum bi Yujuma Travel and Consort ni na Ghana Tourism Award 2024 wonya best travel agency of the year Ashanti region enu tu peso tu kwan won peso bia be krokro de dwan mesrew ya ye bo dawro no no akoba bi pa no matumi aboa wo de no peso ko US abroad mamu na waken visa bi na wo pe obi wo se me dem kwasra mabusuafo bi o menche ni nyina wo be ye dia ma obi wo ha wo se me dia Poland Hungary wo mania man no emu ɛna mepɛ sɛ mekɔ ne nyinaa UGMAT yɛbɛyɛ biribia bi ɛde ama wo wopɛ UK visa US Canada anase Australia ne nyinaa yɛyɛ bi ɛde ɛma na wɔnsan w'adwuma ai mam wɔnsan w'adwuma no UK abɛn mommra de mobɛkɔ Germany abrochi memu afe ba akɔkɔ akɔyɛ adwuma ai kama singing visas no de wo pɛ bia UGMAT travel and consult yɛ boa wo ɛde wakɔ na obi wɔ hɔ sɛ media mepɛ sɛ mekɔsua deɛ ɛwɔ Europe Canada US anase Asia Australia ne nyinaa UGMAT wɔnom ɛyɛ bi o visa application ne nyina da ɔbɛyɛ de ama wo kwan bɛfa so ama wo nsaka wɔyɛ wɔnum nyina da bi na wo kɔ atɔ da visa supporting document no wanhwɛ yi ankrɔfoɔ bɛtwa wabɛ wonya bibra UGMAT yɛ hɔ a yɛtwɛn wɔ ebi a wo kɔ a wo pɛ hotel reservation flight reservation anase wo de no obestat na wonyai anase wo de no application visa yi wo kra won apply kra na ba express no regular ni nyina UGMAT we num nyina bi obo American lottery no ye bia emfa da fafa ha ebefa wate mesra bra na UGMAT yamwa o we acha kwan sofa line Bugis building no na chi hwa pa ni nchemu mo se ye wo ho ye bo adwuma pa ya homa no 0553 944 608 and 0547 740 774 na 0246 164636 udu abuasia Yak Towers akwa ne yebo ya ne kane GM Bank no na ehwe ni mu wa mo boase ni nyina mo mfa ho na UGMAT entumi emu na awia de mete ha na programs manager ba ye adwayenko olu ho ne yenkonko didi yakwa olu kitchen ye jollof na akondo sei veggies kakra was open fish na so pa kokko me me de fish no a tilapia wa chi ne kama olu na duane ye de pa me kwaye no plain rice wo ho pa jollof na banko ne tilapia catfish no omu gunsuo ni mu abusia ponten killed o ponte ya na wo ye ho adwuma de ma noodles no de wo pa ne maya momra medidi no olu na duane eye kama wase wedding bi ayi wo topono ne mimbi program bi a wo ye pia wo pe be man nsa no bo krom ha olu aduane ekoyie pa sanwase wo be SD asonda no a ye delivery company sahodo mo mfra ye ebi a wo wa na wo pe bia dia fra ye ye be deliver dia bro na homa ni 0244 701675 and 0595 999 227 0595 999 227 senior ya di January
Majwa ya dasifi
insumedasi
good machi for yenyantie say afi certified result for Council of State Ashanti region there no aba na yebesa akọ ya manebofo na nakokoto na ode ehun semabre na nakokoto masaba onche biem
sabre dia abato komisa ama oraya obimpe ne sasoso no na edi nkonem ewo ene abato ya tompeti kwa ebesi edumre oraya osu bimpe mredi atwamu na oye titani edima NDC amanyokun ewo asantemantem ha na abato komisa eba abalo chemu a ona achoma ne nyina eye ede wotwenu no oraya ne mu se dipa di wotwensia ana beba ba kwa ama che di wotwenu ana eto aba no omo kenkan ye no owura ya osu bimpe ana otre wedding kunim ewa abatu oni mu a emma otu ni na no amukyire mu a onya emma no aduanan enkono 49 ana nia otoso mienu eye nanan kansa board ayebo afa breaking the market enso enya ama no 35 aduasa no tie ka sai die abatu komisa amawra ya osu bi mpesa so dim to bedu ha ma NDC amanye ko ma no mpalimfo ana sa bere wo hura dwemu a obose ewa pramai so wato aba no awie suanso no ana dia to atirefo anim
yo nana kokoto yada sipi se odi DSC abreye yo etiefo se de ye semtwro ni ana yamane bofo nana kokoto ekaye no o se Council of State about to ayeto no asante mantem no yede abane bawie na NDC ni a ogina ye ura ya obimpe onyama no aduanan kono na nana bodun kansa so nya aduasa enum we kire se ura ya bimpe na adinkunim me hu se Francis esresre okay for wasuguso wutie Dwabrem 1 OTEC FM 102.9 na yɛgu a ɛdi nkɔmmɔ anaasɛ yɛgu so atwitwe nkɔmmɔ ɛfa ɔman yi nkrankɔɔ ne ɔman yi mpuntuo ho na asɛm ɛtɔ so mmienu a ɛda apunti no ɛyɛ adeɛ bi a asɛ ɛyɛ aha adwene kakra na mɛhyɛ ase afiri dɔkta hɔ mɛhyɛ ase afiri dɔkta hɔ yɛhwɛ sɛ yɛto aba wie December 7th a MPP aban Nana Akufo-Addo ɛyɛ appointment ɛmɛma nipa bebree adwuma na NDC baeɛ no wɔ se saa appointment na MPP di ma wɔn nyinaa no wɔn nyinaa obiara nkɔ fie nti no wei akɔfa nsɛm pii aba obiara kyɛ n'adwene ebi kasetia ebi so se saa na NDC baa so MPP yɛ wɔn nti no kame akɔyɛ you do me I do you na wei ama National Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwifery as Midwife Association almost say say aban nim NDC aban nim na nurses a MPP fa wo no wonim na se woje wona dwuma firi nsem a obeto wo so obeto no sente so kokko pa ebiom so tafo MP ono so de asemi akọ asem di bia se ade a MDC aban no ye no wanye ne ye eniti ye behwe the legal basis of this case ensem yi ebaye no NDC aban ababonten se MPP aban no amfa due process na appointee wo mu enka wo hwe adwumaku a tori bi wo ha emre kakra beba ye be yo interviews kakra ye do be call ye be do be fani mebim ase opepre ne ho ema wo mo appointment dodo enti no we ni nsema nipa bebree ka menim wadwen kyerɛ wa asɛm bi woni sɛ doc
I think our political landscape is growing. Ya kwa ne ababedu ha na essence yigu so a yesu ya so man ya betume de binom de atoto ye de ho na ya hwe I think say ukọ US yesu suomo kakra within our political arena they don't have much of such problems. Essence say omo better systems govern be at say we nyina. If you look at Ombo Transition Act now, when the president loses an election, then you assume the position Lamdak president. With this Omo Act, there are certain decisions you cannot take within that period. Omo to me define. Yeah, Transition Act, the only thing that's spelled out here, Monfa ni per se, Monfa we say can transition team no home, you may say no money. But the role of the president, they are all by any Diokopan is not well defined in our Transition Act.
Right.
And until the yenim say will be a president or your president could sit time ye handing over, which is 7 December. And until Emelebia in Suho Quine say president or so essence ye ni act be a chele say will do elections won't to mean ye a will be to me be won't to mean ye dear a jumo ye dada nana or ye. Sɛ maka so de tutu bi de ho yenya to aba na OWUSU anyo mabu wo ho a we dada si sɛ ntumi nye ye de ne ntesa nti president not to sɛ mra bia nsi no ho kwan sɛ obetake certain decisions and until legally the former president you can't take him on. The only thing e bia obetumi agina so ahwɛ dem the moral grounds so nti ade a wuye wo hwɛ ya de papa no de ono what is right to you might not be right to the other person and unti the issue ne say during the period they had to about wefi akonwa so appointment me sure pa say president bebre wo ho yetumi to aba OWUSU yo so ma track atuem this amount dia wo ba benya sika tuo wonya sika ntuem fa me ho ankanya ba de say on my president bete so na nkofo hi adwuma no fa o ma adwuma but there be me bisa say is that the good intention, was that the appropriate time nti yenya time bia amfa sankofo na dwum at the time I will face so and understand them pressure na aba you don't have the guarantee you be aboa asom party na twen ye be fa kakra minu ye bi de ye be fa twen kakra ye be sorto wa ye to aba ni wie no enya aginsam ani kwan bia so no say to me sort out and send a call because they are all banned. We are not sure say he will give you that opportunity. And until the waste means be people that we needed to sort out. Yeah, sir. Want to mean can so be a fan certain be an due process. For that one you cannot say. So Ghana registered and necessary, they are right. Provided said because women himself or money the association no time no so or pin portal those who qualify to apply near ye. Until menya sure say you bet me can say any appointment be a year no after 7 December be no illegal. We cannot. In other institutions at that time for interview MF for Majuma after 7 December. And you know what they are saying is obi be an no am family kwemu for me. They have to investigate. Now they say you revoke here, then we do it. But we cannot generalize. So be a fan the human be after 7 December be no issues. And to fine, there's a medical council for they are right. I'm not sure said they will be affected because I know how or more appointment on the European portal na time next one those who qualify near more appointments. But the point is, so when you could do say. Yeah, no, and this is for bar out. 2017, we saw letters, the same thing you see. And until it is justified. Into young queer no mother. Into can't we have a system put in place to say ya to a banner say no but to me we won't to me yet. Say a one is and can as my can. Into going forward for me, the solution is say at least send you go so a develop a democracy. Let's have a system in place. Ye two are barrier. Wa wo kono. Ebia adwuma bi say and I say these agencies you cannot recruit. A honey no be to me recruit to. Nipa dodo say no be to me recruit within that time. Other people are using it, it is working. Say yen to me put such mechanism in place. Ebe koso wesi ene NDC for aba man for due process in for the revoke appointment. Next 4 years maybe MPP will come again during that time because every after 7 December no say many say you to take certain decisions which is likely to make the incoming government unpopular because most of the time that is the intention. Okay, official there yen create system be oba M1 no say ne be ya party ne be unpopular nearby. With this I'm not sure say we are building a better nation. Into say Jigua, will you be happy just for your political gains? And no, your best say now we are talking about constitutional review. Let's have certain things put in place. We can have an act. The parliament is there. Let's have an act. Near regular to see a 2 a barrier. So we didn't OWUSU. We know bet to me, we know to me. Yan say bet to me check some of these things. Now inquire say every 4 years be announced anytime be a new government baby ya found crofo, you muddy, ya found crofo, you know muddy. Let's have a better system to regulate these things. Now, me sure say again is to avoid some of these things.
And he made to us here, Doc say legally no, a bino, the right say or take certain decisions. Yeah. But also say intention no, and I say I didn't touch it no,
might not be right.
A questionable. It has a political mafia game be a woman. And you know, and Kayemfa and maybe Tintim was say. After election, no, can't me make any decision what major economic implication.
That is fine.
That is what you are suggesting.
Because right. Some of these things, I remember say an institution, when the head of the institution was leaving, we see a war institution I can't mean now the kotoka, and they took the matter up. Yakum no tiamra because the mera was say wo kwa car will pen, and not necessary water. Now they all retire with fiswa. Car will pay no necessary water. A man and define a set of car neighbor say. And until the Mlebia yam to me and yam round soon. The idea can ya also know we need to bump on moral grounds and also yan if you're in ye. And until going forward, let's have some act to guide some of these things.
Right. Yeah, that's it. Mamimra Francis Wansana Mako and Kikwasiso.
Ansana Metiasi revocation is no. Mamen congratulate a former regional chairman ya Obimpe, Ashanti Regional Rep, Council of States. Ene onune edim kunim. Na memmo ya regional minister, Dr. Frank Amakohene Abaso. sɛ ɔmo gyina anim akonkoden yɛ regional chairman NDC foɔ ɛkɔ hɔ kɔyɛ adwuma making sure sɛ victory naba no mebɔ obiara aba so and it is clear sise no yes but yes we were there say they said the MPP for voting kuko no the NDC has also done the same thing until let me congratulate him say oko na okwa represent Ashanti region as the Ashanti regional rep for the Council of State etosubium my main closely an issue be once and for all and chair MPP for in particular Kwesiche in relation to Airbus scandal me say Yera Kwesiche he is still doing the old politics or the agenda that now on kind be before phobia into Obama be kind of said yet here now when you pick no the reason why I have to go down line is because no minia office of a whole special prosecutor said when you read of it. Why if I tell him that take your time. The issue is that we are moving on. But let me justify this. OPK OSP report on the buyer and investigate a whole detailed report on the Airbus scandal. Uber observation 6.5 or say the OSP investigation found no evidence that former President Mahama was involved or played any role in the procurement and maintenance of the agency relationship between Airbus and Foster and his associates in respect of the purchase of the government or purchased by the government of Ghana of military transport aircraft from Airbus. And it appears to the OSP that the direct communication and meetings between former President Mahama and officials of Airbus to close the deal were actuated by the good intentions on the part of the former president. Uber 6.7, the OSP found no evidence that suggests that the involvement of Foster as an intermediary of Airbus and the direct communications and meetings between the former president and officials of Airbus to close the deal between Airbus and government of Ghana amounted to any corruption or corruption-related offences in respect of which the OSP has a mandate. We a official investigation conducted by the OSP on the Airbus scandal, pages 6.5 and 6.7. And you would see the resolution, the observation made by the office of the special prosecutor, and now the special prosecutor Jinaso can say Airbus scandal. Now MPP for the they say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama a corrupter. Back Dr. Kwesiche Betina had can say Airbus or use Airbus as an issue till now. So the boy His Excellency John Dramani Mahama he was exonerated by the OSP 6.5, 6.7. Now let's come to revocation of appointments. I think, sir, it is right, and I agree with Doc. Say we have to institute a mechanism, and I say institute a law, and I say a law making sure. So whenever it has to do with appointments after a certain schedule, I think, sir, there's even been the proposal here has said after October of the year of elections, no one can make some of these appointments because at the end of the day, said Doc can agree with it. Mafia taxes. So you put in a lot of people on the government payroll. Now Ababa be suffocated the next government. Emra, transition. I think we raised Honorable Felix Ofosquachi raised this issue. Emma, the communications Minister for Communications on the part of the outgoing government, Fatima, she came to debunk it clearly. Say Omunfa Obia Enka payroll. She debunked that claim. But later we realized that there were a lot of names that found itself onto government payroll. I thought that it is also important, say, you put in proper perspective. When our opponents on the other side, and I say our friends on the other side, try to make the noise, say, Enna, it is illegal. Mate say, Henry Nana Boache, organizer of the MPPI press conference, said it is illegal. I have in my hands here a letter dated 10 February 2017 to all agencies, all heads of agencies, suspension of recruitment of health professionals. It was signed by Honorable KWAKU Minister for Health. Or say, I refer to our earlier letter with reference number HR dated 31st January 2017. I wish to request that you suspend all recruitment activities for the 8,634 nurses and other health staff until further notice. The suspension is not a cancellation, but to allow the Ministry of Health to finalize all issues related to the financial clearance. Kindly take steps to inform all your officers accordingly. You'll be duly informed as soon as final clearance is granted. It was signed by Health Minister Honorable KWAKU Ajimaimenu. Okope, Chief Director, Ministry of Health, the Director, HRD, Ministry of Health. This is a letter that was given by the NPP when they took over.
Right.
Nurses, health workers, Makumako 8,634 were rendered homeless because the outgoing government, all these people who had completed nursing training and were coming out were supposed to be employed. You see, I not politics of equalization. No, I don't like to do it, but it is also important that we place on record and remind our friends, say, at the end of the day, I know start a press conference. Can it said here? At the end, it been see that, and it is. I'm not saying say a see yet. But then again, it is very important to note, say, you can't say obey sa employment in you're supposed to judge with the transitional committee level. Say nipakuo we say no ye for be do have na clearance emaye. Into no ebia sankofo we die ye omakwa could do say so the incoming government takes over. But you don't lie to the incoming government that you have not made any such. Just like the issue on energy. And say, procure oil and as a fuel eba power generators. Transition who say procurement and that we have to do an emergency procurement, knowing very well that procurement it takes 3 weeks for it to arrive. It takes about 2 weeks for you to refine it before you can put it in the generators to power. And so it is clear. Ebenisi Ekwo who say nipa 81,000 plus edingu NSS soa. Omodi ashemu say sankofui for 4 months in Chiomaka. So the new government is supposed to pay all these people. Yakwa audit ni hu say there be. Sana give to your person oku Ghana. Henry na bo achi no kwaye sa press conference no. Opeso oku Ghana because he was the deputy director in charge of operations. Only give to your wife me no. The supervisors are 81,000 goods names. And it is good that and there will be the caliber of vice president we had then. You are Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Okay, so your press conference it wasn't a press one of his engagements with the public. I can say and the Ghana card na abano. And your friend is saying digitalization agenda no and removing all goods names from NSS. He was specific on national service. Today, we have realized that 81,000 plus names of people. Manasa Azuremo, Media Foundation for West Africa, na ye investigation ko hu say. Sa obi owa or the Sedu Alaji appear over 40 times in one university, UDS.
Yeah, I think 200 times.
Baku 200 and something times. 200 times. So make quite a 40 years and next 246 times. Abaywe. And today, when we are revoking all these appointments, you come openly and grant an interview, organize a press conference, say it is illegal and it doesn't have any legal basis. Say, Chief of Staff, say, Obia ya appoints and I say a far no after 7th December, we are revoking his appointment. You see, these revocations are very necessary. And you see, some of the letters need to be by yes, that manipan appointment, the rush in appointment, the manipan appointment, baby, about 13th December. Near backdate appointment, no, aqua somewhere July. But you see, the records are all there. It is also no. I say there is a calculated effort to suffocate the incoming government. And so far as we don't want to be suffocated, we have said that revoke all those appointments. Let's make sure due process is followed. As a matter of fact, the MPP and Nana Akufo-Addo had 8 years. So Senanka will be fana 8 years. We are 2020, I'll be taking over. You had every room to employ them. You delayed. When people were talking about unemployment, you kept quiet. When people were crying in this country, you didn't mind. The last 4 years of Akufo-Addo, Ghana said the president was just deaf to the plight of Ghanaians. And they did more. Then all of a sudden you are exiting office. When you now realize that power na ne crown a free one, you now begin to make several appointments, sign contracts, and all those ones. But you see, Ghana for a year, a very wise thing by voting His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And that they voted for a president who is forward-thinking and forward-thinking. Say, contracts are more signed, yeah. Constructions are more beginning, yeah. Projects are more than one kind of sign. Yeah, money goes for free. Yeah, Germany say we will make sure we complete it. NSS 4 no more 4 months now. What the government said was that after we did the head count and the auditing, we are making the payments. 81,000 plus in a day. We will not, because they are good names. But Obia, why are a government that just came out, I think which 1 month now is willing to pay. This is a government that Ghanaians voted for, and Ghanaians are happy that they have a president like His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And the Mizrim for you who that is what I'm telling them.
Medase Francis. Mamimra
Medase pa Nambewadi insha. Medase pa Namisha Obibia so hotie. Oh said this no. Akofie no omu disa entro. Omu kanu kre. On kanu kre. Me pacho or the letter be too strong. No ahwe. Nurses now was MPP for be you madi no. MPP and permanence ni bia. Omu ye adwuma. Omu hwehwe mu omu ye adwuma. Me pacho highlight no man no kan maye. That what order me pacho man infant so maye. Na ye hu nanimu ase na ohu se asem a wo kan enye no kre. Mahama nankasa be ka chese. Oba obie no obepam no. Nanimu ton the voice is here. Oso pam obia na ono de oba omo ye adwuma no ko be fa bia ka ho. Me pacho mami ayi no news item no. Ne letter ye tro no 2017 after say abani ba ya na o mo afa nipa ade agum no ono wo tena ho every 2012 wan finance for ne saa akoka 2016 we say ye de Mahama kaye this was 101 or see bad president of our governors mass sacking of workers by MPP government unacceptable. These workers are all citizens and like all Ghanaians have the right to work. Mahama na kasa asem we dey check Ghana for you. The same Mahama ana letter na won workers ye nurses na di no. Me pato read my na bo date no. Date in year 2017. Time MPP aban by 2017. And what you can say that me pato read my what they read my na what I say.
Please refer to our earlier letter referenced GHS DGS G2 dated 16th February 2016 on suspension of recruitment of health professionals. Honorable Minister of Health has now granted approval for the recruitment of trainees and other health professionals who were granted financial clearance in December 2016 in line with the respective regional ceilings.
Yes,
in view of the above, I have been directed to request for you to resume the process which was stalled following the earlier directive.
You know, the worker said,
meaning say issue be on letter no. Do you have any rebuttal?
Say abai na mfrendi pano. And I make a chance say I am wrong. Process no stall kakra. But on the 17th of me pacho ko date no ko for. Me pacho my date nimra. My date nimra. March 2017. What I say? 2016 no abani free so na abani by January. 7 January no and almost all process no. kakra because now I said din only at then it was stored. But on the 20th of March, Abano declared about say and Kodana ye process womu 2016 no my fa womu no yen sign follow process on yen fa womu. There's no way I will be betting me about them waka say that's for Abano fa womu no MPP by Oja womu. When you go say I can't see here. Poto. It tells you say and then man womu kekano. Say nya obi ti say ya ye wo ha. Abi bia no omu baba betum futu agu nipa ni. On betum futu agu nipa ni. What I say? It is nurses ni nyina na omu fa omu 2016. Yeah, Abano yeah say January. Ofa omu 2016. According to letter ya okay. Busa say data was here da ben. 2016 and ofa omu. 2016 no Abano by 2017 January 7th. Oba January 7th no and oma order ni say omu hot to kakra because na kwada ya trafie from 2012 up to 2016. It is 2017 20th March no and now MPP aban Emma order and say you can go ahead and then recruit them. It is even MPP aban no eja home. Oh, it is Antonio Dawson. And I work say aban e kwa no mema apayi o mema a contract no na de. And in Guaseno na de bia meka tend it ohwa Exxon Quebec. Ibrahim Mahama company no. Almost a contract no 2nd of January. 2nd of January. And almost a contract today box at the was until you have in Amano. 2nd January. Now, 3 days amana Fiaconazo. It was one make us a bibiano, almost play God. A clear case of the port calling the cattle black. Almost dirty oil, Omusa. It almost Casabiano, I near the Nina, and I show you. Domlavo, oh, it to about 7th, 18th December, and no man appointment. 18th December, and no man appointment. Domlavo. I know they are now for auditor B, auditor B, me have I know. And they don't know the ultimate for auditor B ba. Ya to about OWUSU was my for auditor general better hall. Now it's all person ODB be have by now. Share the boss. They almost signed the paper no 22nd as a 28th of January, 28th of December. 28th of December now you share boss. It's all about the transfer by carry out and I try to say now, Yaso so near for one. It's in a moment as they say, you need the hall. And I'm a hui. Unfortunately, no, a banner MPP abano or Mankodana Jumaye. And that you bet me a or record say, a banner Mankodana be a Juma or Muya. And I dare back one hard and say, what cry there? What buy ye? According to a crater, what's when you be out? What's over 24-hour economy? Mammy Landio, 24-hour economy. 24-hour economy, not to be a first hour number one. You know, as well the second batch and the third batch. I do point in the one team. Your first one amount.
Opani ebreno ko yakase yedi adwene da chi a empanifo se yebehwe frau yebeda mu nyina ase yebeda mu nyina ase abusuafo ene na yede yede Dwabrem dwumadi nyina besia OTEC 102.9 ene musonfo amedi dwumadi ni brem fami KWAKU OWUSU BOATENG K.O.B bigina mu ma menu apanyi Dr. Cash Maminda NDC communication team member Francis Ado I feni chinyeba Maminda MPP committee